And get me my orange energy drink, please?
Yep.
Thank you, Sissy. Uh, hello, folks. It is Friday, thank goodness. And for those of you who care and are into this kind of thing, we are out of. It's in the fridge. We are out of Mercury retrograde. We are. Is there one in the freezer? If there is, take it out. Yeah, take it out and put it in the fridge, please. We are out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the energy of the new moon. I don't know. Pick something to find a glimmer and be happy about. Good morning, Carla. Good morning, Jen. Hey, Mo. Hey, Cam. Hey, Lanny. Hey, Red Hot. Hey, Taryn. What's up, David? Sam, MG Brock. Did I catch everybody? Penny GF. I don't know. DJ. Good morning, folks. I'm hoping I'm catching everybody. What's up, Kim? Hey, Allie Nicole. What's up, Jamie? Anna Jones. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's going really fast. So your son says Mercury Gatorade. That's hilarious. Yeah, so there is quite a bit for us to talk about today. And as I said yesterday, it is Eid Mubarak in Palestine, and so we are going to have some river to the sea time today, so that we can give some folks some coins. You can also contribute to them directly through my link tree. Please make use of that, folks, so that they can get food and they can get clothing and they can get some sweets during this time, especially because Israel is being assholes. They have literally closed the mosque in Jerusalem on Eid Mubarak, which is just horrible. You know, they just like to do the extra. That's the one thing that I will say. I don't know that for the United States of America that cruelty is always the point, but I do believe for Israel, cruelty is almost always the point. So if you have the ability to charge your coins, or if you've got, $5, $10, and you can go to my link tree and you can give directly, please do that. Good morning, Witch. What's up, Sunflower Fish? Yeah, Rachel, they are. Appreciate it, Farah. Happy Friday, Michael. Good to see you as well. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, it didn't take long for me to put together the background today. Thank you, Megan. Yeah, there's just, as I was pulling up everything to talk about today, good morning, Conchita. It is horrible in Lebanon right now. Israel is preparing to move their tanks into Lebanon. As it is. Appreciate you, Ferris. And here's what I did do, guys. I did clip the conversation between myself and Mr. Global yesterday. So what's up, too? So I am going to be able to play it during this live, but I'm also going to upload it across my platforms so that everybody can hear what all he had to say yesterday. He is incredible, as you all know, very, very intelligent, an expert in the industry. And so I think it's important for people to hear what he has to say. So I did clip it and get it downloaded today. Yeah, and he was with me yesterday, and I was very, very grateful that he could join us to put things kind of, in layman's terms and get information out to people. So yeah, I was very, very appreciative of that. Folks, if you're watching me anywhere other than the tick of the talk, you have to say hi in the chat in order for me to see you. I don't get to see you as you come in. So please make sure that you say hi. If you say hi on Substack, just know that in my heart, I am saying hello back, because Restream and Substack do not share text for whatever reason. So I can't see your chat. But if I go live directly on Substack, I can't show you my screen. I can't show you images and all of that. Good morning, April. So, I'm kind of taking the lesser of the two evils, if you will. Yeah, so peeps, so let me just tell you how that happened. So Mr. Global and I connected before the 2024 election. Like, I really wanted to find somebody that could give me the real information. Like, how do we really determine gas prices? And is there such a thing as drill, baby, drill? And what really happened with the Canadian pipeline? And what happened with Keystone? And all of those different things, right? And so I began to follow Mr. Global, and he is absolutely fantastic. And so he and I, we were on a panel maybe twice before the election. We chatted a couple of times, and then that was pretty much it. You know what I mean? But yesterday, before I went live, I got this little nudge in my gut, right? And I said, you know what? maybe I'll just message Mr. Global. Good morning, Jayon. And so I messaged him yesterday before I went live, and I said, hey, if you get a chance, would you mind dropping into one of my lives? Good morning, Dr. Emmy, and just explaining to people exactly what is happening in Iran and what is happening in this war and how is that going to impact us in terms of our energy. And that was all I did, was just say, hey, would you do that? Buenos dias, Richie. And the next thing I know, before I even saw him do anything, I just saw him. I didn't see his reply because I was live. And he happened to see that I was live. And so he just came in yesterday and he said, hey, I'm here now. And I was like, well, shit. And so I brought him up immediately, and he was able to share with us. Yep. And Attorney D has been with us quite a bit. I'm hopeful that she pops in today so I can bring her up as well. I'm going to say this again, folks, again. Yeah, he was really nice. And I'll tell you what, good morning, Beth. I did feel a little warm and fuzzy yesterday because before he left, good morning, Letty. Before he left, he paid me a compliment about the way that I do things and the fact that I bring facts and I work to know what I'm talking about when I inform people. And so that felt really, really great that he was willing to do that. So and that he had that opinion of me. So I was like, yay. So it was a good day yesterday, right? He gave me some flowers, Cam, and I was appreciative of that. If you messaged me yesterday, just know that I haven't responded to a soul from yesterday, and that's that. So, Dani, you said I don't know shit. You're correct. I don't know shit. Is shit a person? Is shit is shit related to you? Because I don't know shit. Like I don't know who shit is. Do you know shit? Who is shit, Dani? I'm not familiar. Good morning, Nance. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. Good morning, Mama Dukes. Hello, Donna. Yeah, who is this shit you speaketh of? Here's the thing, folks. I just don't really. If you are in my Discord, and if you are a subscriber / super fan, good morning, Victorious. Then you already know I have had a hell of a morning, and so you're gonna find that my tolerance for foolishness today is going to be like about that much. So this is what I would say to Dani. Hey, Candy Kiss, don't worry about it. Kenneth can come in and listen if he wants to. Kenneth is welcome to come in and listen. Good morning, Jamie Frey. What's up, Chris? Good to see you. The Dani derangement syndrome is on and popping this morning, and I know I owe you guys a sticker. Just give me grace. Give me grace. Okay, so what, baby? Yeah, there's a ton of it up there on the countertops. You baby. Okay, so let me say this. If you are new to my space, okay, you're welcome, Kenneth. If you are new to, thank you, Mary Esther. If you are new to my space, thanks, Julia J. I only ask for 4 things in this space, okay? I ask that you be respectful. I ask that you don't use slurs of any kind. I ask that you don't spam my comments. What does that mean? That means don't say the same exact thing over and over and over again, because it's not productive. It clogs up my comments and it hurts the algorithm. And then number 4 seems like a weird request, but number 4 is important. Do not type in all caps, because all caps are reserved for my moderators and for my folks that are vision impaired. So please don't do that. Okay. So that's for everybody on any side of any aisle. Good morning, Don One. Just don't be an asshole. Act like your mama or your daddy, your grandmama, somebody in your life taught you some manners, or you found them on your own. That's all I ask for. And as long as you can do that, then we can have conversation, even if we disagree. Got it? So that's the way that it goes down in here. I will say this to you. If you talk shit to me in the chat, eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to join the panel. Not because of anything other than, hey, let's have a conversation about this. If you talk shit to me in the chat, if you think I'm wrong about something, that's cool. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to come on up to the panel and have a respectful, fact-based conversation. If you are unwilling to do that and you just keep being distracting in the comments, eventually you will be muted and or booted from the live, not because you disagree with me, but because you are not a grown-up adult enough to be able to discuss the reasons why you disagree with me and to have respectful conversation. Okay, that's it. All right. Hey, Amy, good morning. So that's the way it rolls around these here parts. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, folks, because I want to kind of do this. I want to do this throughout the live today. So what I need to do is I need to bring up maybe a couple of people that are in the U.S. And then I'm going to do one pally at a time, one river to the sea at a time. It is, let me see what time it is there. Because they're 6 hours ahead of us, right? So it's 4:30 there. It's 4:30 in the afternoon there. So still time for them to get some sweets, some treats, some food and things like that. And, whatever. So, yeah. And if you don't want to read the comments, you can, Mama Nora Day for my 43rd. Oh, I love that. Happy birthday, Amy. So you can swipe right, I believe, if you don't want to read comments. Good morning, Pamela. What's up, happy girl? Good to see everybody. Nance said, you definitely know shit. Best professor I've ever had. Appreciate that. Love that. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. Let's see what we got going on.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, friend?
I'm lovely. How are you, beautiful?
I am fantastic.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
It's Ostera.
Yeah, it is. That is true. So, hi, Democrat Diddy, you want to join the panel? I will make room for you. Oh, you're not available to join as a guest? I didn't think so. Can you share with me, what's the difference between white angels and other angels? I don't know. Democrat Diddy said, white angels are coming for you. I'd like to know what the difference is between a white angel and another angel. Like, let me in on the secret. I didn't know that angels had races. That's new to me, but go off, bro. You know what I mean? I'm just like, bro, really? So I am waiting for our folks because I don't know the one that's in the chat right now, folks. And y'all know that I am careful about those sorts of things. So, oh shit, hold on. Something just came up in my, hold on. I need to read this real quick. Who said this? Hold on, folks. This is crazy. She's just fucking ridiculous. I hate her. So Joni Erst had a ridiculous comment to say today about Marines being sent to the Middle East. And fuck her and the horse she rode in on today. I'm not in the mood. Let me say this, folks. I am really, really, really going to be less tolerant of your fuckery today if you are talking about what's happening in the Middle East. Can I tell you something black that is good? Yeah, everything. What do you mean? He said, can I tell him something black that is good? Yeah, everything. That's why you're so stuck on it. Yeah, that's why you're so stuck on it. It's just weird. Yeah, that's just weird. You are correct, Dean. We have I answered you. I don't know why you're having a hard time with that. I just told you everything. We are in a bit of a quagmire, Jan B. Yeah. So, Diddy, here's the thing. You got about 60 seconds to join the panel before you find yourself removed from my space. What's up, Beach Bum Wannabe? I just got here. Yeah, it's really weird. It is really weird. Yeah, no fuckery today, Sandra. Hey, good morning, Chris. Yes, Flying Nana. Yeah, I know. It's really weird, isn't it? Yeah, Pop's looking boy. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me see real quick. Somebody asked me a question and I need to check. No, for the person who asked me if Tulsi Gabbard resigned, the answer is no. And that's that. She has not resigned. No one likes you. I think thou dost project too much. Yes, baby. Yeah. I think thou dost project too much. Diddy said, nobody likes you. I'm just like, are we really in middle school right now? Good morning, Naveed. It's just funny to me. Like, what do you mean? Nobody likes you. You're right. Everyone loves me. Are you jealous much? He's trying so hard, y'all. Poor little Tink Tink. He is. Okay. I know, Chris. It really is. And do you know what? I say this all the time. White men should be the least angry people on the earth. You know what I mean? Like, I really want you all to stop and think about it. If there's anybody that really don't have a reason to be angry, it would be white men. What are y'all mad about? And yet, here we are, right? Oh, please. It's just crazy. Like, if we all had the privilege that white men do, listen, treat me like a white dude, right? I'm just saying. It is the wildest thing ever. But it's okay. All right. So let me reset goals for today, and then let's dive right on into the madness, okay? Because there is a lot to talk about today. Eid Mubarak for everyone that celebrates the new year. And if you are in Jerusalem, I hate the fact that Israel has closed the mosque today. May they have the day, year, and eternity that they deserve. Let me just say that emphatically. And yeah, other than that, we're gonna rock and roll and do this thing like we always do. And we're gonna tell the truth and keep things moving, right? That's what we are going to do today. So, okay, I have reset goals. Thank you for reminding me, whoever that was that did that. And let's pop right on in and get things going. I have like a bajillion tabs that are open. Oh, yep. Thanks, Cam. Thanks, Cam. Y'all keeping me all the way together today, and I love it. All right. So for the first thing that I would like to do today is I would like to share with you a video from a conservative member of the Heritage Foundation. And this was at one of their conferences that they had. And oh yeah, no, I don't mean like that, Dean, but I get you. Oh, I know not all white men are assholes. I love my uncles. I'm biracial, folks. I don't dislike all white people. I'm just saying in general, right? Y'all should be pretty happy about the life that you get to have. Thank you, Ramona. Yeah, Chopper's mama. So I'm going to play this video for you, and I want you guys to listen to what they say. One of the things that I think is important that we continue to do, good morning, Nini, is we continue to remember who's actually behind things and what's actually the end goal, right? Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah, appreciate it, Sandra. And so every now and again, it's a good reminder to go back and listen at the people who have actually orchestrated everything, not the puppet that is being used, right? Not the forward-facing front man, but the actual people with the brains to put together these things, right? And so it's really important for us to remember what they say. It's why I share with you the things that Kevin Roberts has said. It's why I share with you the things that Russell Vaught has said. It's why we need to stay focused on these things. So this is at a conservatism conference. And I'm going to share with you this video real quick. Good morning, Pete. So that you can hear what he had to say, and then we can discuss it. And then we can discuss kind of what we think this is really all about. Good morning, Catsmandu. Good to see you. Okay, you guys ready? You want to hear it? Here it goes. Here we go.
Every effort must be made not to recruit women into engineering, but rather to recruit and demand more of men who become engineers. Ditto for med school and the law.
Let me tell you, this is Scott Yenor. This is Scott Yenor, who's the director. He's the director of policy research at the Heritage Foundation. Sorry for that. Scott Yenor, director of policy research at Heritage. Okay, here we go.
Every effort must be made not to recruit women into engineering, but rather to recruit and demand more of men who become engineers. Ditto for med school and the law and every trade. If every Nobel Prize winner is a man, that's not a failure. It's kind of a cause for celebration. Why can't our celebration of male excellence in sports be translated into all facets of life? More successful men will mean more happy citizenry and a stronger nation. Such medicated, quarrelsome, and meddlesome women gain their meaning through the seeming participation in the global project. They are agents of the new world, but not new life. Such women are now the backbone of every left-wing cosmopolitan party in the Western world, from the Greens in Germany to the Democratic Party in America. And if our ideal woman is a childless media scold or a barren bureaucratic apparatchik, there is no question whether we can have a future. We can't. There is a question of whether we deserve one. Women have fewer options than thinking.
So I just want you to hear childless or barren. And they love to throw this word around, apparatchiks, because you remember that's the same word that Kevin Roberts used in his book, right? So if you remember how Kevin Roberts, hold on, also talked about the people who he believes in this world have become, oh yeah, they love that word. And every time I hear it, all I think about is, oh my God, how tiny must it be? Every time I hear him talk or I read this book, I literally think, how tiny must it be? Because I don't know of any real men, any confident men, any men that know their own value that think this way about women, right? I think about the insane amount of mother issues they must all have. Like, who did not love you? Who did not hold you? Who let you self-soothe way too long? You know what I mean? Like, something has transpired in the way that they think about things. It's just so odd to me. And this idea that the sum of a woman is her ability to have children or her ability to, whatever, it is astounding to me. You know what I mean? Like, someone didn't nurture you. And then I think about, well, so listen, this isn't, as much about like race as it is about maybe culture. Maybe it has something to do with genetics. I don't know, but I think about the things that we see happening in the world, right? And I wonder why we have a particular profile for the vast majority of serial killers in this world. Do we or do we not? For whether it's serial or whether it is spree, we have a particular profile. Like you can't, there's no need to watch like what's Criminal Minds, because the profile is always the same. He's 24 to 42. He's white. He blends into society. He looks unassuming. He's apparatchiks. Apparatchiks. That's the word that they love. Let me look it up for you so I can tell you exactly what it means. There it is. It's a member of the Communist Party. That's what it means. A loyal, often unquestioning, bureaucratic functionary or political official, and it originates from from an era in which they described professional Communist Party members. I have no idea, but anyway, so here we go. So, right, Pamela, tell me you're afraid of women's intelligence without saying you're afraid of women. And, listen, if you can only see your own value when you set up the board so that you have the advantage, you're probably not that great. If the only way that you can achieve your success, your excellence, is to rig the game and stack the deck, right? Then you're probably not that excellent to start with. And by the way, there are plenty of people that have a vast amount of joy and celebration in women's sports as well. Like, I'm just saying, it's not just about men. Just so we understand. And the fact that you need it to be says something about you. So I'm going to remind you all what Kevin Roberts said in his book about who they believe at the Heritage Foundation are parasites in this world. And I quote, "But here's the most uncomfortable truth of all. The parasites that have taken over so much of our country, pants-suited girl boss advertising executives, skittle-haired they-them activists, soy-faced pajama-clad work-from-home HR apparatchiks, Adderall-addicted dog mime diversity consultants, nasally voiced Ivy League regulatory lawyers, obese George Soros funded police abolitionist district attorneys, hipster trust fund socialists are some of the least impressive people in the history of the world. And yet, one of them gave birth to you." Well, the scary thing, Kenny, it's not just that somebody gave him a microphone. The scary thing is that there's a whole fucking room of them. There's a whole room of them. There's enough of them to make up a whole conference. Like, that's the scary part. Right? That's the thing that's absolutely crazy. And so just so we're clear, you all, everybody, we focus on the Heritage Foundation, but I really would ask you to remember that there are 50 plus other conservative organizations that joined with the Heritage Foundation to create Project 2025. You guys do know that, right? I really think it's important for people to understand that it's not just the Heritage Foundation. It is literally there's a whole group of them. Hold on one second. I got this message. Let me see what it is. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. All right. So, you would love to debate an asshole like that. You know, Kenny, that is something that I will have conversations with them, but I'm not debating them. You know what I mean? I just can't. And let me just say this, y'all, there would have been a day when I would have stopped for a moment of quote unquote silence for Chuck Norris, but not now is not that time. There are so many people that I grew up appreciating and whatever, and then I became smart. And right, that's what I said, Don Juan. That's exactly what I was just saying. 100%. I know he's MAGA. Just saying. So let me share this. I do want to speak on this one more time. And those of you guys who know me and have followed me for a long time, you know the answer to this question. But who do I believe would be the most effective people to address the sexism and the misogyny that we just heard from the policy research dude over at the Heritage? Who is going to be necessary? Who's the only people to be able to diminish that and change it? Nope. Jerber, that is not our fuck. No, it's not about us. It has to be people just like them. It is not women. Okay. I love the fact that everybody is saying this. It has to be cis, hetero, white men or cis, gay white men that are adamantly in the closet and homophobic. Okay. Because that's some of them too. Just saying that. It has to be people within that group. So we listen most often to people that look like us, believe like us, think like us. It is never, ever, ever the oppressed group that can get rid of the thing, right? It's never. If Black people could get rid of racism, it would have been gone by now, right? If women could get rid of misogyny or sexism, it would be gone by now. If Muslims could get rid of Islamophobia, it would be gone by now, right? That's never the case. It is always, it has to be the people within that group, right? Who don't think like them, that call them out. Bree, I don't care that Chuck Norris passed. He's MAGA, he's an asshole, and like, okay, cool. Thanks for some great movies when I was younger, but not anymore. I don't wish him to be gone, but it doesn't matter to me that he's not. Right? Yeah, he just passed this morning, Amy. Yeah, he just passed this morning. And if that sounds cold, well, whatever, man. Like I'm not being cold. I'm just saying no thanks. Right. Anywho. But so I've said this a lot and I'm going to say it again. Okay. So for the men in the room, one of the things that I say all the time is, you know how in the fall, all the men that I know, there's several men that I know that in the fall, they will put out on their social media and they'll say, hey, women, it's about to start getting dark earlier. Make sure that you park under a street light. Make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Make sure that you carry your pepper spray or your keys in between your fingers and, you know, all of the things. And my response to that every single time I see one is, hey, men, why don't you watch when women walk to their car and make sure they're not being followed? Hey, men, why don't you tell the dude at the bar not to buy the girl that's already had one too many another drink? Hey, guy at the bar or guy in the locker room, when you hear disparaging sexist jokes, why don't you tell them, hey, that's not funny, right? Men, you need to police other men. Don't tell women what we need to do. If women could keep ourselves from being attacked, we would not be attacked. Okay? Just so that you know, not all men do promised covenant, because if they did, we would not listen. 45% of all women in this country experience some form of sexual violence in their lives. So if the majority of men did the things that I'm speaking of, that would not be a statistic. we would not experience sexual assault every 68 seconds in this country if men were actually doing that all the time. And if the majority of men were doing that. Nope, wouldn't be a statistic. It wouldn't be happening. So somebody asked me, how did Bondi and Tulsi get put up at the top, right? And let me say this, there has always been a place for women that are willing to do the bidding of powerful men. There has always been a place, the same way there's always been a place. So listen, if you are willing to degrade your own group of people on behalf of the oppressor, you are always welcome. Right, Tim Scott? Right, Byron? Right? If you are willing to participate in the oppression of your own people, there's always room for you with the powerful. What you have to understand, though, is proximity to power does not equal protection. When the rubber meets the road, they will always pick themselves over you. Right, Clarence Thomas. Yeah, there's always one or two, and they like that. To be frank, they like that. Tulsi gets to be not only a woman, but a woman of color. So surely we can't be sexist and racist. Look at Tulsi. That's their token, right? Surely we can't be racist. Look at Tim Scott. Look at Byron. Look at Clarence. That's their token. They love it when there's one of us willing to denigrate and oppress our own just for position, because it justifies them, or so they think. Right, Lanny, tokens get spent. 100%. Hey, Bella Magoo. UNC, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. I just sent you an invitation to come to the panel. Hey, Bella, can you come help me? Can you bring me the charger, babe? Oh, UNC, what happened? It looked like you accepted my invitation and then you left. What happened, UNC? I have no idea, Jay Buchanan. UNC, what happened? No, you didn't want to have a discussion about your statement. So UNC said Harris was a token. And I would love to describe that. Oh, now you're going to follow me? Oh, come on. If you're going to follow me, you're going to join my panel. Come on. You can do it. Thank you, Sandy, for the cheering. There you go. Love it. Yeah, but I need the whole cord, babe. I need the whole cord. Thank you. The big long one. Thank you. Can you? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. It looks like you're struggling to connect. Yeah, I don't know, Cam. Where's I thought I saw Alam in here. Maybe you're in a place where you have bad signal. Please go find signal and come back, because that's a conversation I would love to have. I just got on. Say what? I just got on. Why? Were you looking for me? Good morning, Sarah. Okay, so none of this was even in the cards today to talk about it. I know she was. That's what I was saying, Carla. She's the only one that we know that I've seen so far. And so I was gonna go ahead and bring her on. Did you listen to? No, I did read her post, Tracy. Maybe Sin, I don't know. Okay, so let's talk about some things. Let me see if this will be loud enough if I play it from this computer for folks to hear it. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so let me. Of the attacks that happened yesterday. Can everybody hear this? Iran, in terms of the natural. That's Amal, Chris. In Qatar. So thank you for coming, Mr. Global. Can you guys hear that?
I just got your message.
Yeah, and I love it. I love that you came. Yay!
Yeah, I just got on my phone and got your message and saw you were currently live. So I was like, I better go now. I got a few things.
I love that. I'm very, very appreciative because I don't think that people quite. I think people think about gas and that's all they think about, which we know that it impacts more than that. But yesterday, when Israel hit the field in Iran, and then Iran took out the deal in Qatar, I was like, holy crap. And so I would love if you could share to people kind of exactly how significant what is happening is.
No, you're exactly right. It's really, really bad. So first of all, that's 20% of the world's LNG is produced. And so that facility produces almost as much LNG as the entire United States. It produces just slightly less, but as much LNG as all of the LNG export terminals in the United States. It is a massive, it's a city of LNG.
Don't let him distract you guys. Listen to Mr. Global.
Export terminals. It is massive. And what people don't understand is when natural gas comes offline, it has to be replaced with something. And in many cases, that is oil and coal. So somewhere between 1.5 and 2 million barrels of oil demand was just added to the market because that natural gas comes off. Okay. So that completely wipes out 100% of our SPR release in one shot. So everything we're releasing from the SPR is now like nothing because we just increased demand by that much. In addition to that, about 80% of that gas goes to Asia. Probably 25% probably goes to Europe, France, Italy, the UK, China, Japan, South Korea, India. Many of these nations are going to be rationing natural gas and electricity pretty soon. I don't know if you've brought that up, but that's a thing that's about to happen. South Korea is probably in the worst shape of all of these countries. They're so reliant on it, and they don't have any backup or any other sources to replace. A lot of these countries, like 80-90% of their electricity is produced with LNG, and that's bad. You know, it's 20% of the world's LNG. Roughly 20% of the facility was damaged extensively, and they came out this morning and said as long as 3 to 5 years to repair it. And so this is the type of event that can create a global economic recession over time, because the shortages around the world, things will just start to domino. And then in addition to that, we were involved in that, and Donald Trump is trying to claim that we had nothing to do with it. That is a complete lie. And the reason he's trying to claim that is because we basically just screwed over all of our allies. Yep. And it looks almost kind of like a response to them telling us no.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. And then he turned around and said, so listen, so that is part of the conversation that Mr. Global and I had yesterday when he joined me. And so I have just downloaded it so that I can edit it and put it up. I'm going to put it up across all my socials. For TikTok, it's probably going to have to be 2 different ones because it was a 20-minute conversation. So I'll have to put up 2 separate videos, but I'm going to do that today. I got it downloaded right before I went live. I was finishing all of the graphics for a project for the people last night for California. So now all I have to do is go through and do the edits because all 50 states have been done. But I worked until 11 p.m. last night. So yeah, there was no downloading and editing anything when I got finished. Katie Marie, you mentioned about how you voted, and I would love to have a conversation with you about that. Would you care to join the panel, Katie Marie? I would love to do that. I would love to have a conversation with you. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, folks, one of the things that he went on to say in that conversation is that it is not just gas that we are going to be impacted, right? He was talking about fertilizer, food, all of those things. And he said that we're going to see those things increase to about the prices that they were in 2022 in about 60 to 90 days. Okay. So, in terms of preparation, be thinking about what that looks like for you. Do you have the ability to buy in bulk and freeze things? Do you have the ability? And when people talk about like, oh, go to your farmers markets, you also have to understand that farmers are in a horrible position. And I pulled up an article about this as well, because of the cost of fertilizer, farmers are already saying this is not sustainable. Right. So what we know is that the tariffs absolutely crushed farmers already in the first year of this administration. And now what we see is, this added cost on top of that is an issue. So, yeah, things are going to be a little tight for folks. So, all right. So, Ankh, you've requested. Let's see if you can make your way up here this time and actually join. And when I bring you up, do me a favor and just, okay, great. There you go. Put yourself on mute for a second because we're there's feedback. Okay. So, you are new to me. And so let me explain the way that I run this space. So I ask for everyone to be respectful. Do not use slurs of any kind. Don't spam the comments, which means say the same thing over and over again. And then don't type in all caps because it's reserved for my moderators. And then I have some specific followers that are vision impaired. And so I ask for people to not type in all caps. It's reserved for those individuals. And as long as you can do those 4 things, then we can have a respectful, fact-based conversation. Okay? Okay, great. So what's your issue with Kamala Harris?
She was a token.
In what way?
She was black, and that's the way they needed those votes. Joe Biden, remember what he said? I'm going to hire a black woman for vice president.
Well, you don't hire a vice president. And he didn't say for vice president, actually. That was, hold on. He actually did not say that about the vice presidency. He talked about Supreme Court judges and Ketanji Brown Jackson. That was the comment that he made. So let me ask you a question.
I'm not talking about Jesse Jackson.
I'm not talking about Jesse Jackson either. I said Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's who.
Yeah, but when are you saying he made these statements?
Okay, hold on a second. If you'll let me finish the sentence. So when Joe Biden talked about selecting a black woman, he was referring to Ketanji Brown Jackson, who was his nominee to be on the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So that's what he was referring to. He did not say those statements about a vice president.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He said, "I'm going to choose a black woman for my running mate."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
I mean,
Please pull up. Please pull up. Please pull up. Please pull up.
Are you sitting here admitting that your policy?
Okay, okay, so hold on. Maybe you didn't hear what I asked for in the beginning. What I asked for in the beginning was for an exchange. I asked you to be respectful, and talking over me is not respectful.
You're the one talking over me.
No, listen. So stop for a second. Stop. If you want to have this conversation, stop.
Okay,
so here's what I'm asking you to do.
Can we get down to basis?
In just a moment, if you'll listen. Stop.
Democratic Party play identity politics.
Oh my God. You don't run this live. And I'm going to finish asking you what I'm asking you. Okay, listen, you're going to learn the same lesson that all of you learn. You have to wait, and we're going to have a respectful conversation. If you keep unmuting yourself, I'm going to keep muting you because you're not being respectful. So the question that I have asked you is to go get the video of Joe Biden saying what you said. That's what I'm asking you to do. So can you pull that up?
And I'm asking you for an honest answer.
But I'm asking you this first. So listen, we're not moving on. We're not pivoting. We're going to stay. No, listen, I'm not in any corner, Unc. I'm not in a corner, Unc. This is not your space. This is not your space. So stop and listen for a minute. Stop and listen for a minute. Stop and listen for a minute. No, I just require you to show me respect. I just require you to show me respect. I would not come into your space. I would not come into your space and behave this way. I would not come into your space and behave the way that you are behaving. Well, you will keep getting muted. You will keep getting muted, sir. You will keep getting muted. And I will do this all day until you learn. I will do this all day until you learn how to be respectful. No, sir, this is not being a dictator. This is requiring you to show me respect. And if you can't do that, then we won't have a conversation. No. As long as you keep taking yourself off mute, the answer is no. I will unmute you. I will unmute you. If I don't unmute you, you don't unmute. No. I just said no. I will unmute you. I just said to you, as long as you keep unmuting yourself, no. I just said to you, no. You wait, and I will unmute you. That's not hard. All right, so listen. I am game for the whole conversation. I really am. But one of the things that I like to do in this space, in order for conversations to be productive, is to handle the very first issue one at a time, and then we can move on to the next topic. But we haven't finished the first one. And so we're going to follow the first one all the way through, and then we can go to the next conversation. So this is what I'm asking. You say that Joe Biden said that he was going to pick a Black woman vice president. And I am saying, no, he didn't. He said that about Ketanji Brown Jackson becoming the Supreme Court pick. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Please don't interrupt. You're doing it again. You're doing it again. Please don't do that. So here's what you are still interrupting. I am going to finish my sentence and you are going to be respectful. That's what we're going to do.
Okay.
So stop. No, listen, I'm going to finish what I'm saying. This is not hard. This is not difficult. This is not difficult. Stop interrupting and I will finish my sentence.
Okay, finish.
So yeah, I'm going to. So stop. So again, what I'm asking you to do right now, because I told you this is a fact-based conversation that I asked for. Okay. So what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to go pull up Joe Biden saying that he's going to pick a Black woman as his vice president. Okay? That's what I would like for you to do.
You want to talk fact-based? If you really want to talk fact-based, tell me how many elections Kamala Harris won outside of her state, California. The answer is 0.
The answer is you're not changing and pivoting subjects. You're not going to change and pivot the subject. And again, you're not being respectful. You're not being respectful. You're not being respectful. And this is not difficult. This is not difficult. This is not difficult. This is not hard. I'm gonna keep muting you because you keep interrupting.
You're telling them. Why is that? Are you telling them for a qualified side of her state? Something I tell you, nobody person election for it says fetus or baby, the baby, what a man.
Okay. Stay on mute, please, until I finish. So, folks, one of the things that I do in this space, because it has to be productive, there's no reason to argue with people and whatever if we're not going to have an actual, like, real conversation, and we're not going to pivot 1,000 different ways. We're not going to do that. And the thing about this is, folks, this is my live. I would never come into someone else's live and behave the way that he's behaving. I would never. It's like going into somebody else's home and putting your fucking feet up all over the table. No, you don't do that. You listen. And if you want to engage in respectful conversation, then we do that. So I'm going to ask you to wait 1 minute and not speak while I pull something up. 1 moment. So I'm going to play a clip for you from January the 22nd of 2022. And I'm going to play the video. Okay, so I just said stop. So here it goes, folks. And I'm going to share my screen so that everyone can see. All right. So give me 1 second, folks. All right. Give me 1 moment. Okay, so here is the video. And I'm going to flip my camera for everyone. You can probably see the headline, but here we go.
You have said you would put a black woman on the court should a spot open up, but there are groups calling for you to release a list of specific names you'd put on the court. Are you going to do that?
We are putting together a list of a group of African American women who are qualified and have the experience to be in the court. I am not going to release that until we go further down the line of vetting them as well.
All right, so my point is that what I am showing is that Joe Biden never ever said, I'm going to select a black woman to be the vice president of the United States. He never said that. What he said is, I'm going to select a qualified black woman to put on the court. And they put together a list of those people, and who he chose was Ketanji Brown Jackson, right? And so what we can do is, let me show you this real quickly for everybody. Because this is what matters, folks, is you have to be able to show what you're talking about so that everyone else knows what you're talking about. So I'm going to show you this particular image, and I'm going to show it for you guys over here because I'm across multiple platforms. And then I'm also going to show it to Unc, because Unc is making the claim that Ketanji Brown Jackson is not qualified to be on the court. So when you look at Ketanji Brown Jackson's path to the Supreme Court compared to all the other justices, what you will notice is that Ketanji Brown Jackson did go to public high school. She went to an Ivy League school, right? Which all of them did except for Barrett, right? She Supreme Court clerked, which all of them did except for Clarence Thomas, Alito, and Sotomayor. She was a public defender, which no one else was. She sat on the Sentencing Commission, which only Breyer did. She was a district judge, which only Sotomayor was. And she was on the Court of Appeals judge, right? Which everybody except for Kagan was. So in terms of all of the boxes, she is the only Supreme Court justice that has done all of those things. She is the most qualified Supreme Justice that sits on the court. Now, you don't have to agree with her decisions. You don't have to agree with her. Why are you interrupting again? Why are you interrupting again? Why are you interrupting again? So you don't have to, you do not have to like what she says or agree with her decisions. But that is so different. That is very, very different than your claim that she isn't qualified. So you have to understand the difference between those two things.
She's not qualified.
Well, she is. She is the most qualified. Right? And so that's the difference, Unc. Thank you, Sandy, for assisting. So again, thank you, Sandy, for helping. So I want you all to understand something. Listen, you don't get to ask me a question as long as you keep talking over me. Hey, Unc, you don't get to ask me a question as long as you continue to talk over me. You don't get to. You do understand? No, sir. As long as you are being disrespectful, you do not get to ask me anything as long as you are being disrespectful. You do not get to ask me a question as long as you are being disrespectful. You don't.
Can I pay for you to get away from this?
Do you understand what I'm telling you? Do you understand that? Right. So again, this is one of the things that I wanted to show you all and to demonstrate. It's exactly what I was showing you all at the beginning of this live, right? This is the point that we are talking about, is their inability to self-moderate, their ability to regulate their own emotions, their inability to have a respectful conversation, right? It just demonstrates exactly what the issue is.
How do you get by with that? Not a fetus, but a woman? Somebody that say, yeah, tell me, how you vote with people? Fetus, but a man, a woman. And yes, that's the people I. Here, sir.
So not only am I a mother, I'm a grandmother. And so what I know with children is that you have to stick with the lesson until they learn it. And sometimes that can be very taxing, and it can be irritating, and it can be all of those things. But the reality is this: I want you guys to understand something, okay? If I allow him to pivot, if I allow him to dictate, if I allow him to make me drop him, right? Absolutely not. He doesn't dictate what happens in this space. I do. And there are almost 500 other people in the room that are hearing the information that I'm providing. So whether he likes the information or not, right? There are other people that hear the information. And so this is the boundary. The boundary is very simple. And it's the very first thing that I said when you joined my panel. I said, be respectful. And you have not managed to do that. Okay? If you want to be respectful and have a conversation and ask me a question, then you're going to stop talking over me. I don't even know what your question is because I kept muting you. I don't know what you ask. And the reason why is because you keep thinking that you dictate things. Because you won't wait and you're being rude. You can ask a question when it is time. You can ask a question when it's time. But we're going to finish one topic before we move on to another. What you're doing, Unc, right? What you're doing, Unc, is you're saying something. And the very first claim that you made, again, don't interrupt me. The very first claim that you made when you came up here, the very first claim that you made, yes, ma'am, you can. The very first claim that you made when you hit my panel was Joe Biden, because he said Kamala Harris was a token. And I said, how is she a token? And his response was, Joe Biden said that he was going to pick a Black woman to be his vice president. And I said, he never said that. What he said was he was going to appoint a Black woman to the Supreme Court if a seat became available. And I asked Unc to go get a video or a statement from Joe Biden showing that he said he was going to select a Black woman to be his vice president. And he didn't do that. So what I did was I went and got the actual video of Joe Biden saying openly at a press conference that he was going to select a Black woman for the Supreme Court, which is exactly what I said, right? So the reason I ask that is because in this space, we give accurate information. That's what we do in this space. No, I don't monologue. You just have to be respectful. So now that we have cleared the air, my question to you, Unc, and this is when you do get to speak. My question for you, Unc, is: can you and I both agree that what Joe Biden said was that he was going to select a Black woman for the Supreme Court?
Yes, he also said that.
No, that's what he said.
Yes, he also said he was going to choose.
No, not also. That's all he said.
No, that's all. That's all
So here's what I'm going to ask you to do, Unc. This is what I would ask you to do. Please go find the video where Joe Biden said, I'm going to select a Black vice president.
All right, I'll go look for it.
Okay, so go do that and then come back. So you can just stay right there and go do that, please. I'm asking you to do that. I'm asking you to do that, and we can continue to talk. You don't even have to leave you don't have to leave the panel. You don't have to leave the panel. Unc, listen, I would like for you to get your video the way that I got mine. I would like for you to just go on mute and swipe out of the app. Just no, first we're going to finish one topic and then we're going to move on to the next. We're going to finish one topic and then we're going to move on to the next. This is the first topic. This is the first topic, Unc. Listen, you don't understand the way this works. We finish one topic before we move on.
Video, let's move on. Find the video, let's move on.
Yeah, go get the video.
I can't find the video. You want to talk about something else, or you want to stick on the video?
I would like for you to hold on for one moment, please. Hold on. I need to do something. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. But give me 1 second. So, oh, I love this. So, Biden said about his vice presidential running mate. So, give me 1 second, guys. I want to drop this down so everybody can see what he said. All right. And let me share my screen for you guys over here. Whoops. There we go. All right. So, all right. So this is about Joe Biden and what he said.
Elect the president, have an opportunity to appoint someone to the courts. I'll appoint the first Black woman to the courts. It's
To the
required
courts.
that they have representation now. It's long overdue. Secondly, if I'm elected president, my cabinet, my administration will look like the country. And I commit that I will, in fact, I'll pick a woman to be vice president. There are a number of women who are qualified to be president tomorrow. I would pick a woman to be my vice president.
So what he said was, I will pick a Black woman to be on the Supreme Court. My cabinet will be diverse and it will look like the country. My vice president will be a woman, not a Black woman, but a woman. And so it is really important to make these distinctions and be accurate in the things that we claim. All right. So I think that what I have done now is demonstrate that what Joe Biden said was, he said three things. I commit, I'm going to pick a Black woman on the Supreme Court if a seat opens up. My cabinet is going to look like the country. It is going to be diverse. And then third, I'm going to pick a woman to be my vice president because there are several women right now that are qualified to be president. And I'm going to pick one of them to be my vice president. So can we agree that that's what he said, Unc?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Now, can I ask you why do you think well, this is my opinion. I think most of America looks at Joe Biden as a flaming racist. And now he's trying to compensate his racism by saying, I want diversity. Why him and his son call Barack Obama the N-word? Like, are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you guys kidding me?
So I would love to talk about that. Okay. So let me see if I can pull this up for you really quickly. So one of the things that I talked about when Joe Biden became the nominee for president was statements that he made back in the 60s. Can you don't interrupt, please?
He ran a couple times. I'm asking you, the first time, are you talking about the first time he ran?
If you'll let me finish my sentence, you'll know when. Okay? If you will let me finish my sentence, you will know when I'm speaking of. All right. So one of the things that became an issue in 2020 when he was running for president were the things that he had said back in, hold on a second. Were the things that he had said back in the 60s about busing and those types of things, right? And so what I did, and I'm trying to find it real quick, is I wrote something. Give me 1 second. If I can find it. And the reason I'm looking for this is because it sums up very clearly what you're asking me. And I articulated it quite well at the time. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pick 2020. And wait, yeah, 2020. Give me 1 second. What? Oh, give me 1 minute. You guys bear with me. Just be really patient. Thank you, Unc, for being patient right now. Appreciate that. I am going to, oh dear Lord. Don't make me go all the way back there, please.
Can I ask you, what are you looking on? What site are you looking on? On Google?
No. It's something that I wrote. So if you, here it is. Look at that. I found it. So I'm going to share with you, as I was considering in 2020, as I was considering the things that were being said about Joe Biden and his history of racial statements and racial things, as well as what was being said about Donald Trump and his history on race and his statements around race, right? And so on October the 27th in 2020, this is what I wrote. As a Black woman who is biracial in this country, much has been made of Joe's comments in the 70s regarding race and of Kamala's record as a prosecutor in California in an effort to dissuade me from voting for them. Here's my thoughts. Joe Biden is a white male who is almost 80 years old. I would expect him to have racially insensitive, even bigoted remarks and views in his history. That's the America he was raised in. What I look for is where he is today. Today, Joe acknowledges the promises with the crime bill that he signed. He recognizes institutional and systemic racism in this country as a real issue that has to be addressed. He has a grasp of the impact of his previous actions and a plan to address them and hopefully correct them. The ability of a person to grow and evolve is important, especially as a leader of the country. From what I can see, Joe has done that. Does that mean everything he says will be spot on? No, but at least he's doing the work and making progress. Now, Kamala did her job, a tough job with a difficult line to watch. She couldn't not prosecute based on race, and she couldn't show favoritism either. Her profession is a piece of a system that in and of itself is racist. The cases were brought to her and she prosecuted them. It's that simple. Do I agree with every decision she's ever made? Of course not. Do I blame her for the system in which she was employed? Of course not. Do I believe she is an intelligent, balanced individual looking for solutions and seeking answers for the challenges that currently face us, including correcting some of the suffering caused by previous laws? Yes, I do. I cannot say any of the above for Donald Trump or Mike Pence. I do not believe that they, can I finish? I'm going to finish.
Yeah, but
I'm going to finish reading my statement. I'm going to finish, I'm going to finish reading my statement. I do not believe that they are focused on the people, not all people. They are for the 1% and the corporations. America has reached a crossroads. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Our systems do not work for all people, so we must change them. And we need leaders that are willing to do that. Are Joe and Kamala the sole solution? Of course not. We need change on federal, state, and local levels. We need change in our communities. We need change in our homes. We need change in our hearts. Much of this change is ongoing, continuous work. One thing you can do today is vote for Joe and Kamala. And so that was my statement about Joe Biden. 1 minute, my granddaughter needs me. Yes, baby. What? Yeah, if you can give me a minute, okay? Because I get, hey, why don't you ask Bubby if he can warm you up some pizza first? Okay, thanks. Okay, so yeah, so that's my thought about Joe Biden and the things that he has said. I just mentioned that I'm biracial, right? So I have uncles that are in their 80s, and they have conversations with me regularly about, especially one of them, about racial issues. And there are lots of things that my uncles continue to learn today that they didn't know because of the age and when they were born, right? So that's that. So those are my thoughts on Joe Biden.
Okay, so you don't have when he went to Charlemagne the God and said, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. And then he wanted to talk about 7-Eleven. If you go into a 7-Eleven store, you're going to hear, the Indians and all that. Then he made those comments. Then he was called out for being a segregationist by his vice president. When he ran for president the first time, he dropped out for plagiarism. And when he was asked, can you work across the aisle with people? You know what two people he mentioned? 2 segregationists. This guy is a flaming racist. He's never changed. That's why his son uses the N-word when he refers to Barack Obama. So where do you pick up the N-word? You pick it up in your house. When people say the N-word in your house, you pick it up. I don't know. You can excuse his racism if you want. So let's talk about real racism. Okay.
Hold on.
You said
hold on for a second.
Wait, can I finish?
Yeah,
Joe Biden supported Robert Byrd that was in the Triple K. Donald Trump didn't rent to black people because they were on welfare. Is that the same thing?
Okay, so again, Joe Biden is not, number one, he's not even the subject matter that I brought you up here for, right? You made the statement. Hold on a second, okay? You asked me a question. Do I care about what Joe Biden said? The answer is no, because I addressed that in my statement that I said to you, right? It means not everything that he is going to say is going to be spot on. He's going to say things that he shouldn't say. And he's going to say things, but here's the thing, right? He is at least trying. And so
you're saying his racism to the core is still there, so he can't hold.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. And here's what I would offer you. Okay. What you can't do. Okay. Yeah, baby. Yeah. They're cream, I don't think, baby, but yeah. So here's what I would say is the one thing that you're not able to do is tell me how racism shows up in the world. right? And the reason you can't tell me that, the reason you can't explain it to me is because you have not experienced it. I have.
I actually won a court case from a black cop that was racist, that targeted white people, and I was the third one. Okay?
So
Don't tell me.
So let me share something with you, okay? So can you have what? Yes. So let me be clear about this, okay? White people in this country. So let me ask you this. Can you define for me the difference between prejudice, bigotry, and racism?
Yes, prejudice is not liking somebody because of their skin color or their maybe their sexuality or whatever like that. Racism is more systematic racism. And when we look at the system now, the system has so many black people in it. We have so many black judges. Look, you just brought up one, Ketanji Johnson. She's at the highest judge you can ever get. So there's other black judges under her in civil courts, criminal courts. I just told you, white shirt sergeants out there, black cops. So if they're prejudiced and bigot, right? If they are prejudiced and bigot, and now they are the system. When I get pulled over or when I go in front of them, guess who's the minority? The white person in front of them.
Okay.
Because now they are the system.
So let me share something with you, okay? So prejudice is the prejudgment of a person without knowing anything about them. And that prejudgment could be based on the color of their skin. That prejudgment could be on how they dress. That prejudgment could be the way they walk, the shirt they're wearing, the car they're driving. Prejudgment can be based on anything, right? So prejudice is simply a prejudgment of an individual without knowing anything about that person before you've gotten to know anything about them. The thing is prejudgment, right, Ali Nicole? It could be accent, alaikum salam, Anas. And so prejudgment, anybody can prejudge. The thing about prejudgment is it doesn't have any ill intent towards another group of people, okay? And it doesn't require a power structure, okay? So bigotry is another level of this type of feeling or judgment. And so to be bigoted is to also be prejudiced, but have an ill intent about that particular group of people, right? So what, babe? Oh, okay. So to be bigoted means that not only do you not like them, but you do have an ill intent towards them, right? So anybody can be a bigot. Anybody can be a bigot. Black people, white people, whatever kind of people, anybody can be a bigot, okay? But again, there's no power dynamic involved in bigotry. Now, racism does require a power structure. And it's not about being one part of that power structure. The key to racism is you have to be part of the racial group, okay, that has the ability to put their bigotry into policy and into law. So if you run up against a black officer that happens to be a policeman, right, and he's a bigot towards white people, he can be a bigot towards you. And he may be part of the system, but the system, the people that are writing the laws and making the laws and the superiors, the vast majority of them are going to be white. They just like over 93%, I think it's 93 or 95% of all prosecutors in this country are white, right? So just because black people are part of a system does not mean that they are part of the racial group that puts the policy and the law in for that system. And so that is why black people in the United States of America cannot be racist. You might have a bigoted cop that is in a position of power, but he can't be racist.
So if a judge sentences you, right? If a judge says, okay, like if you find out a judge is a bigot, right, and then they sentence a white people to a longer term, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not who's more powerful than a judge.
So, but again, so
you would have to appeal that, right, and find out how she's racist.
okay, but again, so what racial group makes up the majority of judges in this country?
I don't care about.
Because in order for it to be a system, listen, we're not talking about individuality. We're talking about a system. Because it's the system that we're talking about. And like you said, racism is systemic. So racism isn't right. And so one judge is part of a larger system. And so that's the thing that you have to look at. I am not saying that you can't experience discrimination or that you can't experience bigotry. You can. But when you look at the entire system, the racial group that makes the laws are going to be in this country white people. And with regards to sex, it's going to be men, right? So when you look at the vast majority of Congress, they have always been, historically been, and today still are, the majority of Congress. So the majority of our laws, including the Constitution, the majority of our laws have been written from the perspective of white men. And so they're going to, by default, they are going to put their prejudices, their bigotries, their lenses into the policy and the law that they write, because that's who they are.
I understand that, but there is certain crimes, right, that no system or no white racist man has power over.
Like what?
Say like a DUI crime.
Mm-hmm.
If you're driving drunk, how does a white racism hold power of you that he conducted that law because it was a racist law?
So no. So let me share this with you. So what we know is that in the court system, right, by far, Black and brown people have sentencings for the same exact crimes as white people, and they have much longer, much more stringent sentences than anyone else. And a perfect example would be Brock Turner. So do you remember who Brock Turner is?
Well, I'm just trying to get you to answer the question.
I'm answering it. I'm answering it. I'm answering it.
How is DUI a racism crime?
So again, here's what you don't get. Okay, so listen. The racism in the system comes into the system. So here's where it becomes racist.
So the system
the majority of, hold on and listen, I'm answering you. If the majority of, hold on, sorry, I need water.
Yes, I guess the system made people drive drunk.
Here's what happens though. If the majority of police officers are going to be white, that means the majority of, hold on. Okay, so listen, this is the part that you don't get. It's not about, it's about who is.
I think you have so much bias towards certain people that you don't want to.
What is my bias that I have? What is the bias that you have seen me express? What am I biased about?
You have confirmation about it. You think that Black people can't be racist. That's obviously false.
No, it's not.
If you look at it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So let me ask you a question. Can you name for me? Hold on. This is my question to you, Unc. This is my question to you. I would like for you to name a system in the United States of America where Black people make up the majority of the people that run the system, that make the policy and the law for the system, and that enforce the policies and the laws of that system. I would like for you to name one system in the United States of America.
I'm in Philadelphia. Our mayor's office, there's not one single white person in her administration. There's 30 people in there, not one white person. Not one. Not a single one. Everybody that works for the street department is Black. They don't hire white people. They just said, fuck white people. And that is racism. That is 100% racism. This country don't give a damn about white people no more. Y'all rather have illegal immigrants than white people in your country. That's why so many Black prominent people voices are they have never done this in our history, but now they are. They're promoting illegal immigrants in this country because they want them to be the oppressed class. Black people have looked at this and said, we are no longer ever going to have the chance to be oppressed by white people again. So we will bring these people in here and oppress them. You are using illegal immigrants as a buffer to oppress people. You are the oppressor because it happened to you. Now you're black. These black white liberals are saying, yes, let's oppress them because it cannot happen to us again. Ain't
Okay,
no way we're
so,
going out in the field.
So this is the question that I asked you. Okay. I asked you to name an entire system, not one faction of a system. I am asking you to name for me an entire system. So by the example that you gave, right? You mentioned the mayor's office of Philadelphia. So the question that I'm going to ask you next is going to be, can you tell me how many mayor's offices across the entire country have black mayors and a staff that is entirely black?
Probably Brandon Johnson, Chicago. That's another one.
Well, you're saying probably, but do you know that?
Mamdani.
Mom Donnie does not have an all black staff, and Mom Donnie is not black.
I didn't say all black.
You did in Philly.
Yeah, in Philly. I'm talking about New York now.
But what I'm asking you is,
Mamdani pushes for Muslims.
No, he doesn't. Even if you listen, I'm going to offer this to you. So just listen. Even if those 3 offices were all black and brown people, what percentage of those 3 offices would that constitute from the entire country? I'm asking you, what racial group do the majority of mayors and the majority of government offices hire? That's the question that I'm asking you.
Oh, that's 3 of the biggest states we have.
Yeah, but Philadelphia, listen, I'm going to tell you, Chris just pulled it up. Philadelphia staff is 42% black and 44% white.
No fucking mayors.
Yeah, it is. Mayor Parker. So let's look it up together. Philadelphia. Hold on. Mayor's staff by racial demographics. Let's look it up together.
Every time she comes out to speak, there's maybe one Mexican there, if that. Maybe.
So let's look. What?
She doesn't even know how to spell evil.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Hey, listen. Hold on.
Typical DEI kind of.
You were doing really well there. And as you can see, when you are respectful, we are perfectly fine having a conversation. Right? Okay. So for fiscal year 2022 and 2023, this is what the makeup of for the city of Philadelphia was for the staff. 1 second. All right. Let me go back to my search. And I want to find, so that is 2021. Can I get one that is more, so this is their diversity. What is this? Their profile. So let me just find the profile. Okay, so here we go. I need to flip my camera. And so this is key findings of the 2022 report. 48% of employees identify as Black or African American. So that's about half of the staff. So your claim that Philadelphia has no white people in their staff would be incorrect. It's 48% of. Okay, again, I'm telling you what we just looked at, and this is from you said you're from Philadelphia. So this is from Philadelphia's website. This is from your city's report. These are your statistics, okay?
Yes.
So the point that I am making is exactly that. That's okay if you pulled up 2021, Chris. I was just trying to get the most recent as possible. No worries. Okay, so here's the thing, Unc. What you are hearing is just not what you're seeing isn't accurate. And that's the part that is really important. This is why I keep saying we have to look. Yes, Mila? What, baby? Bella, what is Mila saying? can you see what your sister needs, please? Okay, so this is why I was earlier when I didn't want you to jump around, is because when we take things one issue at a time, we're able to properly address them, right? And so that's what's really important. Okay. And so again, I don't know if it will matter to you, but the reality is, what does she need, baby?
She just wants you to
Okay, I got you. Give me 1 second. Can I get a mod to let me help Mila really quickly? Can I get a mod to come up real quick? And you guys chill out. Listen, like I said, I need. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Witch. I need everybody to be respectful, please, and I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Hey guys.
Oh, hey, Witch, I saw you can do it, but do you want to do it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome in to Dani's space. Sorry, I was working, so I wasn't prepared to do a mod announcement. Thanks for staying muted while Dani returns. For everyone who's new here, please go ahead and send a daily heart. For everyone, actually, go ahead and send a daily heart me at the top left-hand corner. You can hit a little heart me that shows TikTok that we are engaged and all that good stuff. Hey, Witch. Hey, Sin, everybody.
Tap, tap, guys.
Yes, tap, tap, tap. Please
Share.
Yeah, tap, share the live. Go ahead and if you don't know how to share the live, you just click on the bottom right-hand corner. You'll see that there's like 400 or so shares over there, the little arrow.
Get it later.
You click that, and then you should be able to like copy link, and that will just like kind of do like a pretend share for TikTok, or you could actually share to a friend if you want to. But Dani's back.
I'm back. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Witch.
Conversation. Thank you, for
Thanks, guys.
giving Dani a moment while she needed it. So
Yeah.
thank you.
So for those of you guys who
Appreciate
don't know, the grandbabies have like a teacher day today, so they are home. So I appreciate everybody being patient while I tend to the youngest grand. Okay, so this is why. So here's what can happen a lot of times, and this would be my question to you, because you said something that this is what it appears like. It seems like what you are concerned about is Black and brown people being in positions of power, being in charge of the systems that for the history of this country have been used to oppress Black and brown people. And your concern is that if Black and brown people then get into a place in a position where they now run those same systems, you're concerned that Black and brown people will use those systems to oppress white people the way that white people use those systems to oppress Black and brown people. That's what it sounds like. Is that what the issue is?
It's more, that was a more anecdotal experience, but I mean, if you look at the facts, the Democrats are doing that to illegal immigrants. They want them as the oppressed class.
How do you figure?
They're fighting tooth and nail to keep them here. They're fighting tooth and nail to keep. We're not going to pick cotton. Everything they say is racial. It's like they want slave mentality. This. I worked for a company that was, hired temp. They had a temp company agency, and all they did was bring in undocumented. And then we had to fight with them to get raises, and we had to do their jobs because they couldn't understand English. And then finally, they got rid of that company once our president got, elected. Once America woke up and elected our president, then the temp companies couldn't bring no undocumented no more.
Okay, so let's talk about this for just a second. Okay, so I got you. I hear you. So let me see if we can work through this. So let me ask you a question. And it's going to be two parts. Okay. So the first one that I'm going to ask you is, are you aware that the president of the United States of America actually has a history of employing undocumented immigrants?
Yes.
Okay. So why do you believe that it's the president that fixed it so that your company wouldn't employ undocumented immigrants?
Because he put restrictions on companies that hire undocumented.
No, he didn't.
We had ice ages. We had ice ages coming up. We had temp companies couldn't
Okay.
give us no more illegals. They were getting fined.
Okay, hold on. This is my question. Can you name for me the policy that Donald Trump implemented that restricted corporations from hiring unauthorized immigrants or undocumented immigrants?
Well, I don't think there was a direct policy.
But you said, but that's what you said. You said that he
Yes.
put restrictions. I'm asking you what restriction he placed.
Well, the restriction was on the border, right? On the border. And then he told companies flat out, if you keep doing this, we're going to come after you. And that's what happened. Our company got fined. They couldn't use that temp company no more. Then they had to use all Americans. And we got a $6 raise in 2 years.
Okay.
And a year and a half.
So so again, let's parse this out. Okay. So what you're telling me is that Donald Trump did not put any restriction in place.
No, he let it be known that if you keep hiring these people, we're gonna come after you.
Okay, but listen. This is the question that I'm asking you though, because the first thing that you said was you said he put restrictions on companies so that they would not hire undocumented immigrants, right? That's what you said. And now what we're agreeing is that no, he didn't place any restrictions on any companies and that those restrictions always existed.
No, they didn't always exist. No,
well, tell me when the restrictions were developed. When did it become illegal to hire undocumented immigrants?
Well, when Donald Trump put the word out there that this is America first now, I mean, companies stepped up. You look around, all these jobs that are being filled, the ones that are getting hired, they're Americans. This is the question that I'm asking you. Okay, Unc, what I'm asking you is when did it become illegal for corporations to hire undocumented immigrants? It doesn't have to become illegal. When you get fined for hiring people that you can't hire.
Okay, but the president's not fining anyone. So wait. Okay, hold on. We have to hold on because we're gonna work through this. Okay, so hold on.
I mean, you got to look at correlation. I understand there's no policy, but look at correlation.
Okay, no, because correlation does not equal causation, and this is important. Okay, it doesn't, and that's across the board. Correlation does not equal causation. Okay, so 1986 is when it became illegal to hire undocumented immigrants. 1986. That is how long that law has existed. Okay, so no, from 1986 until now, it's always been illegal to hire undocumented immigrants. And what we know is that Donald Trump has absolutely hired undocumented immigrants on more than one occasion because he's been fined for doing so, right? So this would be my question to you. Is the issue the company? Let me ask you this question first. Why do you believe corporations like to hire undocumented or unauthorized immigrants? And then we're going to talk about the difference between those two things. But why do you think corporations like to hire them?
Cheap slave labor.
Well, so why do you think it's slave labor if they're being paid?
Well, they're being underpaid.
No, but there's a difference. So why? This would be my question. Why are you using the terminology slave labor when those people are being employed and they're being paid?
Well, because they're being treated like slaves.
How so?
No benefits. They're getting no benefits. They're getting hardly any money. They're getting basically nothing.
Okay, so how are slaves treated?
They get fed and clothed. That's
okay. So this is my question. So so let me finish. So if individuals are voluntarily choosing to work for a company, is that enslavement? Because do people that are enslaved choose to become enslaved?
Yes, all the time. People enslave themselves all the time. Every single day, people enslave themselves. Look at it. Look at an addict. Is he enslaving himself? He's not in a prison. He's a slave to that drug. He's enslaving himself to a drug. So he's a slave. And
No,
in his
he's
house by
not.
himself, he
No,
is
he's
free.
not. No, he's not.
Okay, who is he free? Is he free?
Yeah,
Okay, so then how's he slaving to the drug?
because it's his choice. It's actually a disease.
Yeah,
But here's the
he's
question,
slaving.
Ankh. The question is, do people that become enslaved, are they voluntarily or involuntarily working?
Yes, they're voluntarily working. They're
So
voluntarily
if they are volunteering, then they're not enslaved.
How do you figure that?
Because
It's
because
no
because
choice.
the definition of enslavement is it's not voluntary.
It is.
It is not.
How do you figure someone going to a job, right, and telling them, you over here, you get $26 an hour, but you get 6? Is that not slave labor?
No.
Okay.
So
Then
when you enslave someone, they have no choice in the matter.
And these people have no choice.
They do have a choice. They can work for someone else. They do. It's cheap labor. It's not slave labor.
It's a foreign country. You have no choice.
No, you do. You absolutely do.
Okay, so what other choices you have?
Yeah, they can go work for someone else.
Be a slave labor.
No, it is not. Listen, there is a difference and a distinction between cheap labor and slave labor.
If you want to call it, I think it's semantics.
No, it's not semantics. It's very critical. It's very critical for you to know the difference, because I promise you that if you were to go to other countries where people are truly enslaved, they would tell you it is not semantics, and words absolutely matter. Words matter, and the meaning of those words matter.
China does that to their kids. They get paid like $3 a day.
We're not in China. We're going to talk about right here. Okay. So listen. But listen. It is not. And this is the thing that's important. Okay. This is the thing that is very, very important. Okay. Because I don't think that you're a dumb person. I don't think that you are. What I do think is that the way that you are looking at things is framed by a different belief system that isn't accurate. So cheap labor is not the same thing as slave labor. They are not the same thing. And it really is important to be able to use language that is accurate when you're having conversations. It's one of the reasons when we started this conversation, I asked you the difference between prejudice and bigotry and racism, because they are not the same thing, although many people use them interchangeably. And it actually hurts people that are truly victims of those particular things, right? When we use that word in a situation where it doesn't apply. It's really hurtful to the group of people that are experiencing that thing. It minimizes what their experience is. It's not semantics. It's very important that we use the appropriate word for the particular issue. It minimizes what slave labor truly is. It minimizes what's being done to children in other countries that are working the mines. It minimizes where people are working or in history have worked, and if they did not produce enough, they had limbs amputated. That is slave labor. Underpaying people, which, by the way, corporations do that to Americans all the time, is cheap labor, not slave labor. And it's critical that we use the right language.
Well, I understand, but the reason why I phrase it that way is because slaves couldn't get freedom unless someone gave it to them. Undocumented can't get hired from this company because they're undocumented. The only job they can get is that temp job.
But do you understand how many people? So let me be clear. So first of all, your temp agency is not hiring undocumented workers. Your temp agency is hiring unauthorized workers, and those are two different things. So let me make sure that you understand. A corporation cannot legally hire an undocumented individual to work for them. And temp agencies, for example, have contracts with corporations, and they have to hold on, and then they have to submit all of that information, right? So understand this. Undocumented and unauthorized is not the same thing. So okay, so you say you know that. So can you do me a favor, since you said that you know that? Can you tell me the difference? Can you share with me the difference between unauthorized immigrants and undocumented immigrants?
Well, I think unauthorized is probably coming in this country and not going through asylum, and undocumented is someone that went through asylum.
Okay, let me share with you, because that's not it. So first, the thing that we would have to understand: are you familiar with the immigration law at all?
Yes, but can I tell you, my friend Armando, right? He's from Colombia. He worked for this temp company, came here, and he was undocumented. He wasn't even using his right name. That's why our company couldn't bring him on as an employee. He only had to stay with the temp company because he didn't have papers and he was using somebody else's name.
Okay, so let me share this with you. Okay, so first thing that we have to do when we look at these issues, okay, is we cannot look at the entirety of this issue that impacts the entire country through one singular experience, because there are always going to be people that do something that they shouldn't do, right? But that is not representative. That doesn't indicate what the entire system looks like. Okay. And so it's really important that when we look at issues, we look at them not through our singular experience, because our singular experience doesn't determine what the entire world is experiencing or what the entire country is experiencing, right? So, I mean, this is something, and maybe, so this is something that
I agree with that, but can I make do you agree with, I agree with what you just said, but you have to agree that once you see that opens your eyes, saying if it's happening here, it could be happening everywhere.
Right. But the difference is in saying it could be happening everywhere, not that it is happening everywhere. And so when we first started this conversation, you were making very declarative statements that this was a definite thing. And so what I'm saying is that it could be, but it could not be, right? And so it could be both of those things. And so that is why we have systems and laws and things in place. Okay. Now, hello, Raja. So this is the part that's really important. I want to share with you the difference between undocumented, Ayed Mubarak, the difference between undocumented immigrants and unauthorized immigrants. Okay. So for everybody that is listening, there's a big difference. And so now that our folks are coming up, can I get Sandy and Cam? So for those of you guys that are new to me, give me 1 second, sorry. So for those of you all that are new to me, Ayed Mubarak is the new year, and it is the new year in the Middle East. Okay. So, what we oftentimes do for our friends that are over there that are going through dire circumstances is we bring them up on the panel, and on TikTok, we give them gifts, or you go to my link tree and you can help them out directly. Okay. So Sandy and Cam, what I would like to do is bring up one person at a time. And let's try to do like 3K for each person and then rotate them out. Okay. If we can do that, that would be amazing. And if Cam and Sandy could help run that on the panel, that would be amazing for me. So, and I'm going to need you to be patient with me at this part because what's going to happen is they are very excited that it is the new year over there. So when they first come up, they might talk to me because they're excited and they're happy. So just be patient, but we're going to continue to have this conversation. Okay. Okay.
How long are you gonna be on here? Because I gotta have to do something by 12:30. How long are you gonna be on?
So I'm typically usually on until 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to be on.
Take care of something at 12:30 though.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
I could probably come back on one or so.
Yeah, we can do that. Let me just do this real quick and then we can absolutely do that. Okay. Okay. So, so let me share with you the difference. So have you ever,
Hala, Dani.
Hella, Raja. Ayad Mubarak.
Missed you, Dani.
Missed you, friend.
Eid Mubarak, ya Rab.
Yeah, Ayad Mubarak. Walla, missed you. Okay. So,
How are you, Dani?
I am good. Alhamdulillah. Keith Halleck. He's going to say he's well. Okay. So let me, I love that. Okay. So I want to show you this, Unc. So let me drop my background for just a second. Appreciate you, Carla. And guys, thanks, Aline. Okay. So I'm going to share this document. And this document is in my link tree. Okay, so on my TikTok bio, I have a link tree, and it has a lot of information in it. And this is one of the documents that's there. And so let me show you. Okay.
You have a TikTok shop?
No, I don't sell anything on my link tree. It's just a lot of resources and information. Okay. So this is actually from the Department of Homeland Security, right? And this is their report that came out in April of 2024. We should get a new report this year, I'm hoping, but it just depends upon like what's going to happen because of staffing cuts, okay? But this report I love, and the reason why is because the very first thing it does is it gives you definitions, and this part is so freaking helpful. So the two categories that we have for immigrants in this country are either legal residents or unauthorized immigrants. And the thing about it is anybody that isn't a legal resident is considered an unauthorized immigrant. So if they are foreign-born citizens and if they are foreign-born non-citizens who aren't yet legal residents as defined up here, they're an unauthorized immigrant. That could be somebody that's here under temporary protected status. That could be our DACA folks, people that were actually born here. It could be anybody that's going through different forms of prosecutorial discretion. Anybody that is awaiting removal proceedings, right? If they don't, even if somebody has been here and they're waiting for their status to be changed to legal permanent resident, any of those things are considered an unauthorized immigrant. So what that means is those people are documented. They're just not legal permanent residents. And so they're here legally. They may be here under refugee status. They may be here under asylum. They may be here under temporary protected status. Whatever the status is, so while they're not legal permanent residents, they're still here. So like right now, we have people that are in detention centers that are unauthorized immigrants, but they're here legally, right? They actually they are legally going through the process of being here. Why? And so that's important for us to make that distinction. Okay.
If you're TTS, can you get removed at any time though?
No. So this is the thing. Temporary protected status is adjudicated by a judge. And when someone receives temporary protected status, what happens is the judge actually sets a date for that temporary protected status. And then what happens is before that date comes up, they have to review what is still happening in that other country, right? And so when someone is here under temporary protected status, it is because there is a danger wherever they are. And so, mashallah, Mo. And so what happens is—
The Secretary of State doesn't have authority to do that?
No. It's adjudicated by a judge. And this is the reason we have 3 separate but equal branches of government, right? So we have our executive branch, which is the Secretary of State. But then we've got the judicial branch that is our judges. Salam Soha. And then in the middle, that's when you have Congress.
like Dani.
Ayan Mubarak. Ayan Mubarak. So so that's the difference. So the Secretary of State doesn't get to change, huh?
But I know the Secretary of State can pull like asylum or what, because I know he was doing that to people that like.
But not legally. That's why but it wasn't legal. And so that's why when they went to court, those things were overturned. The problem with the media right now is the media reports what the administration does. And then when what the administration does is challenged in court, the media doesn't cover the outcome of the court. So about 75 to 80% of what this administration has done has actually been overturned in court. Yes, baby. Yes, you can. And so it's important. The problem is people don't know that because the media doesn't report on the cases. So here's what happens. The Secretary of State can take Salam Wasim. The Secretary of State can say, okay, here's the law. And then here's the law. Here's the money that Congress has allocated for this particular department, right? And so under the law, I get to determine the policy, and as long as that policy fits how Congress says I can use this money that's been allocated, I'm good, right? But if it's not, then I can't do it. So that's the difference. So you have to think law, because that's going to be the judges. You have to think allocation, which is going to come from Congress. And then you're going to have policy, which is set by the administration. But that policy cannot overrun the law, because when it does, then you end up in court, and then you end up with it being challenged. And a lot of people's lives are just uprooted for no reason. And it's not great. So one of the other, and I know you have to go, so I want to show you one more thing, and then I would love for you to come back. So I want to show you something. Actually, two things, if you'll bear with me. Two things. Hey, Raja. I love my friends. Give me a second. Southern border.
They didn't heat that pizza up for you?
Huh?
They didn't heat that pizza up?
Yeah, they did. My grandbabies. Yeah, because I ordered. So that's one of the things. If I know they're going to be home the next day, order pizza at night so they can grab it for lunch while I work. Here we go. So see customs and VP. Okay, so I want to show you something. Two things.
outfit العيد outfit Eid Mubarak.
Okay, so I want to show you one thing. I want It's not this one. It's the other one.
Talk about the protester or the
No, not at all. I'm not talking about protesting at all. I want to show you a chart. It's actually from their site, and there's two of them that I want to show you real quick. One is still part of the document that I just showed you, and then the other one is something different. But let me start with this one first, okay? So, okay. And let me share it with these folks over here too. All right. Yes, baby. Did you get Dominic to warm it up for you? Go ask him and he will. Okay. Okay. So this is still part of that customs and border, that Homeland Security document. Okay. So let me show you this. All right. So this is the definitions that we just looked at. Now I'm going to scroll down and I want to show you something because this is really important. So this is our actual unauthorized immigrant population. Okay. And here's what's astounding about this. So in 2022, we had about 11 million unauthorized immigrants in this country. Okay. But here's what's crazy about that number. 1.5 million of them arrived between 1980 and 1990. 3.4 million of them arrived between 1990 and 1999. 3.9 million arrived between 1999 and between 2000 and 2009. And then 2.3 million arrived at 2010 or later. So this is the people that are actually here. Okay. Because what people mistake encounters. hold on. Let me finish, and then you can ask me the question. People mistake encounters for people actually being here. So the majority of the 11 million unauthorized immigrants that live here, the majority of them came here before 2010, right? So now watch this. Now I'm going to show you Customs and Border Patrol, and I'm going to show you the numbers that, if you don't know what the numbers mean, can look really scary if you don't know what they mean under Joe Biden. So give me 1 second. I want to show you what they look like. 2017, 2025. Let me see if this is the one. I'm just going to open up a bunch of them and pray that I get to the one that I want for you. Ha! Look at me. Go me. Go me. I'm so excited. Okay, because I know you're running out of time. So let me show you this real quick. All right. So when Donald Trump took office in fiscal year 2017, we had a little over 500,000 encounters at the border. Okay. His second year, we had almost 700,000. And then his third year, we had 1.1 million. So between Donald Trump's first year in 2017 and his last year, in his third year, his numbers more than doubled. You see that? So this is why encounters aren't necessarily a bad thing. What it means is when we encounter someone, that means we are catching them. It means they're not just entering the country because we've encountered them. So high numbers can actually be a really good thing because they're not just getting through. Okay. Now, what changed during this time was there was a program. It was a grant program called Operation Stone Garden. And Operation Stone Garden was where there was millions of dollars that were allocated, and Customs and Border Patrol was to hire more people. Customs and Border Patrol was supposed to beef up enforcement. They were supposed to do all this, but they weren't using the money appropriately. So in 2018, there was an investigation, and then they put somebody in charge of making sure that money was spent the way it was supposed to. And what do you know? Encounters increased. So of course, during C-19, the numbers went down. And because the numbers went down here, they went all the way back up under Biden. But these people were encountered. They did not enter necessarily, right? So they only entered if they met the criteria to be asylum seekers or to have temporary protected status or refugee status or whatever. So they don't get to come in. Okay?
But they could.
Huh?
That number could be that they're coming in.
No, it wouldn't, because, and let me share with you why. If this number were accurate, we would have double the number of people living here, which would be like an entire state. And we don't have that. And so we know that the numbers show us that. And that's why this is really important. Now, let me share with you one other thing.
Don't some of them come here and just work and then go back for the day? Ain't that an encounter?
Well, that's encountered not at the border. That's usually through the port of entry. And those people, they know at the border because they come in and work and then they go right back, right? But those people have already been through the process. So they're already accounted for. Okay? So they've already been through a process and they've been allowed in. So some of them might come and stay for 3 months and then they might go back and whatever else, right? So it's different. But we didn't have some open border where everybody came. As a matter of fact, here's the thing. So in 2020, when we had C-19, the mechanism that Donald Trump used, and it actually wasn't him that put it in place, it was the CDC under him. So what the CDC did was they implemented something called Title 42. Title 42 is a public health policy. And what that public health policy says, oh, listen, if there's a pandemic, if there's an epidemic, then we can implement this public policy that says nobody can come in right now unless there are specific circumstances and they have to be quarantined or whatever. And so that's what he implemented in 2020. That was Title 42. Here's the problem with Title 42. Title 42 is a public policy. That means it's not a law, right? And that means if it's not a law, then there's no teeth to it. There's no repercussions for your actions. Our normal immigration law is Title 8, right? Yeah. So under Title 8, if someone comes into the country, the law is actually 8 USC 1325. So if somebody illegally enters the country under 8 USC 1325, That is a misdemeanor, right? So they can get a fine or whatever, but they get a court date. Okay. The second time is a felony. Yeah. And because the second time is a felony, what happens is not only can they be put in prison, but they can be banned from entry for like 10 years. So under Title 8, the recidivism rate is only 7%. That's pretty great, right? So of all the people that try to come in illegally, under Title 8, only 7% of the people try it again. But under Title 42, because it wasn't a law, there's no repercussions. So what we know is under Title 42, the recidivism is actually 27%. So a third of the people that tried it tried again and again. Yeah, and that's why Biden's numbers look so high, because they were encountered over and over again. So the numbers, those aren't individual people. A third of them are people trying it multiple times.
Do you have numbers on? Didn't they say there was a lot of gotaways?
Yeah. So here's the thing, and I had a Customs and Border Patrol person that was here too. But so here's the thing about gotaways. Gotaways are not exact because they got away. So what happens with gotaways is some of the ways that they track gotaways is they look for footprints, or they look for camps, or they look for trash that has been that's laying on the ground that wasn't there, whatever. The problem with that is maybe that trash blew from somewhere else. Maybe somebody else already counted those footprints. So gotaways is an inexact science. So I know that you got dropped. I don't know what happened just now. So I don't know what happened. I think he just got dropped for some reason. But that's the difference. So hopefully that makes sense, Unc. I know you got something to do at 12:30, so hopefully you can come back after that. Okay. So what I'm going to do, was that helpful for everyone? Like all of the information around immigration, the breakdown of, the racial different things and all of that. So one of the things that I really hope everybody else got is you do not help our situation by dismissing people and throwing them away. There were many, many of you all in the comments that were saying really horrible things from a place of frustration and wanting me to boot him from the panel, right? You have to understand something, folks. If I do that for everybody, they miss the information, and so does everybody else in the room. I don't want a room of everybody that just agrees with me. Hello, hi, Wasim.
Hello, Dani.
Hello, Wasim.
Dani, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Dani, I love you. The day Eid Mubarak. People from Gaza are very happy.
Yes.
Very happy, wallah.
I know, very happy. We're very happy for you.
Look, Dani, look.
He always has something to share.
I love you.
Hi, Hussein.
Dani.
Yes.
Look, Dani, the baby Salma, the child Salma.
Yes, Selma, she's beautiful. So that
Salma, the baby, is new clothes.
New clothes for the new year. Yes. New clothes for the new year.
Yes. How are you, Mom? Sandy, how are you? How are you, Brandy?
Yes.
How are you?
Yeah.
Wallah, I love you, Bulling. I love you, wallah.
We love you. Yeah, I know it's for.
Group understand and
yeah.
My group, Sandy and Bulling and Eric and Stephanie, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Right here, guys. This is how you say it, guys.
Very happy.
Ayad Mubarak. This is what they're celebrating, folks. Hey, Bilal.
Hey, how are you?
I am good, friend. I am good.
اخواني اللي من غزه بتقول لكم داني ما تكرروا تعليقات وهي
Thank you, Maria.
محمد عندها جروب خاصيه بتطلع احنا اصدقائنا مش من اليوم
He's telling Bilal something, so.
تكرروا تعليقات باللغه العربيه.
Yes. And so, Veronica, that's what I like to do in this space. Bilal, was he asking you to tell me something? Appreciate you, Kat. Helping everybody out. Oh, shit. That's what I needed to do. Hold on, guys. I need to recharge my own coins. I was like, what do I need to do? Recharge my own coins. Oh, I love it, Bilal.
I love you, Daniel.
Thank you, Dani. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you are very welcome.
I am missing you.
I know. We missed you too. I missed you too. Okay, so what am I doing? I am sorry, guys. I need to do my own stuff so that I can help. Yes, baby. I will open that for you.
هذا البث مش داعم افهموا احمد هذا البث
Hi. Hi, Habibti. Hi, Habibi. Oh, there's the other one. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta change it so I can see everybody.
This is my children.
I know. Hi, Habibi. So beautiful. MashaAllah. Oh, I love it. Gorgeous. So beautiful. Okay. I need to, there we go. I'm recharging my coins, guys. Give me 1 second. So I told everybody yesterday that we were going to do this today. So hopefully everybody will be patient with us while we do this. It is their celebration. I want them to be happy and to be able to have their sweets. Hi, Habibi.
I love you, Wallah, Dani.
I love you. It's going to ask me for
Thank you.
Yep. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Crystal. I love you, Sandy. I love you.
Give me 1 second, people.
Sandy.
This is so happy for Kat.
يا رب إن شاء الله نطلعكم كلكم. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Sandy. الله يحمي لك إياهم يا حبيبي. ما شاء الله عليه بنزل. إيش اسمه؟
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yay. Okay. I'm good. Hi. Yep. Love you, Walla. Inta Galbi, Habibi. Inta Galbi. Yes. Yes. Okay. Inta Galbi, Habibi. See the balloons? Let me see if I can put a hat on him. Hold on, Bilal. Put him back up there. Yeah, put him up there so he can get it. Okay, watch. Let me see. Watch his face. Look. You want to do it again? Look, here it comes. Hold still. So when you give TikTok gifts, you can put a hat and like a little mustache on them. And so Bilal has his little boy on the screen. Do you hear him laughing? Yes. Oh, he likes them. Alaikum salam.
You will be crazy.
Look, tell him to look. It's the corgi. You like the dog? You like the puppy? Oh, I love this so much. Look at the cat. Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much. Guys, do me a favor, keep commenting because as you can see, TikTok is dropping the viewers. So keep commenting, keep sharing, keep liking, so that we can keep things boosted up so we can help our friends in Gaza. Okay. Please continue to do that. Okay. You like that? Look, here's balloons. Look at the dinosaur. Oh. What's on your head? I love that screech. It's so cute. We love it.
This is the first time I am sad, but he's so happy because that Allah.
Yeah, I love it. I love that he loves it and that he's very happy. Let me see if I can find another one.
Yeah, Allah, thank you. Sister, and continue your life.
Yeah, no, we're good. Let me see if I can do I'm trying to find one. Oh wait, he likes this one. He likes that one. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. If you all could see, I'll post pictures of the screenshots that I'm taking. Salam, sister. Hi, Wadmi. I am good, sis. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Happy Eid, Dani. Happy Eid, Dani Cam.
Yeah, we are. We planned for this today, so we knew that we were going to have folks that would be joining, and that it's Ayan Mubarak, and so we wanted to make sure that everybody was charged and ready to go.
Walaikum salam, Jamila. How are you? Dani, you can say another thing. Eid Mubarak. You can say كل عام.
Kulan?
كل عام.
Kulam?
وأنتم.
Wait, I can't hear that part. Well, amtum?
كل عام.
Mm-hmm.
وأنتم.
Well, amtum?
بخير.
Bahar. Oof. You don't. Bahar. I can't do it.
بخير. No.
Bahar.
بخير.
Bihar. I can't. I'm going to try it. See, that's the sound that I've got to be able to make, guys. That's the sound. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it is a hard one, Jay Bird. I normally get them. It's all in the tongue. Yeah, but it's the back of the tongue. It's the back of the tongue, you guys. And that's what makes it really challenging. Very, very, very challenging. Let me see if I can. Okay. I'm going to open it up some. There we go. Yeah, it's the back of the tongue. Can we do, I got to look and see who all's in here. We have a lot. Hey, does anybody know where Mohammed OS is?
No, I didn't see him for a while.
He was here yesterday and he was supposed to be here today.
يا جماعة اللي بيعرف محمد OS يبعت له خليه يجي على البث. محمد OS.
Dani, I will contact Muhammad OS.
Yeah, he was here yesterday and I told him to come back today.
Okay, I will contact him.
Okay. Hi, Noor.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Hi, friends. We love it.
والله بق سيستر يا داني على راسي عيد مبارك والله يعني سعداء معاكي جدا.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you guys have a really amazing and blessed day. So hi baby. Look at this. I love the babies.
Put his goal, but he said he dropped because the internet.
Who did? Hi Habibi. Salam Habibi.
هذا نور هناك. هذا كريم يا بلال. كريم
اوكي سامح اوكي واتش سامح انت اخذت الثلاثه كيف نزلوك اوكي ساندي.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is we want to do 3K for everybody and then rotate people out.
In the comments that he dropped because the internet. For that, I asked your mods if he got the code. They said that yes, he got the code.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jay Bird. Appreciate it. Yeah. So we'll I'm going to, what am I going to do? Okay. You like the Happy Friday one? Okay, so let me see if I can do.
الجمعة المباركة المنسق اللي بعثته الهدية.
Give him the little puppy. Oh, I forgot about the little potato guy. Nice one, Dax. Yeah, that's the one I can't say. But many blessings to you all. Look, Wadmi, that's the one I can't say. I got to practice it.
Yeah.
I got to practice it. But I love it. It's so good to see all your smiling faces today and hear everyone, you know, be happy and enjoying today. So, yeah, we love that. We love that big time.
After 2 months and
Oh, somebody got her in mid-sentence. Okay, let me see.
Thank you so much, Wallah. Welcome.
Yeah, you are very welcome. You are very, very welcome. Yeah. Whoops. I didn't mean to hit that button. I was trying to gift you. I was trying to gift you and hit the wrong button. Oh, Bella, look, they have let me show you this. It's one coin, but let me show you the new gift that they have. Look, what's that?
People.
It's a Minecraft creeper. That's cool, right? I thought you'd like that one. I didn't know that we had a Minecraft gift on TikTok, but we do. Folks that aren't on TikTok with us, please remember that in my link tree, there is a way to help. Appreciate it, Showtime. There's a way to assist and to support directly in my link tree. So please make sure that you check out those links. And that is a way that you can help directly. Let me just briefly share with you. So the box that is under Noor, so Noor is under me and the box under him, she is a widow. Her husband was martyred during the G-side. And so this is really her primary means of being able to take care of her children. So if we can make sure that we take care of her today, that would be fantastic and amazing. So let's try to do that. Salam Nahad. I don't know if she spoke earlier when she first joined. And I know this is a little bit of a break from what the work that we were doing, but I think this is perfect because we can do this, for about, a good 30 minutes or so, or until we run out of coins. And then we can, go back to talking about the other things, right? So, Salam Mohammed, Salam Maram. So, trying to take care of people. And it's hard for me to talk while I'm gifting because I'm like clicking the buttons and picking the gifts. So it's challenging, but we try. Okay, so let's top this off up here. I said this earlier, and I don't know if you all heard me or not, but one of the things that Israel has done today is Israel has closed the mosque in Jerusalem today on this day. Okay, so Bilal is, Okay, so anybody that wants to make sure that you get Mohammed OS, he can't come for 2 hours. So I'm going to tell him that's fine. Yeah, and there's a lot of they're actually the largest group in the country, Nance, that are growing at that rate. So give me a second. Let me get to Bilal real quick. Mo, if you're still in here, where is Amal? Because she was in here earlier and then she left. Okay. Oh my gosh, am I not typing correctly? Okay. All right. Yeah. So I just want to make sure. So this is one of the things that make sure that you guys keep commenting. I know that I'm not talking about much, but make sure that you keep commenting because it helps boost the algorithm and all of that. You can see the numbers dropped in half when we started doing this, and that is something that they do. So I want to make sure that we continue to support folks and keep the live going. So please make sure that you do that. Okay. Please, 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 and pretty please. Okay. Let me top this one off. I'm going to be getting low soon. Awesome. Thanks, Sandy, for the balance on the panel. Yeah, because the numbers are dropping. TikTok gets on my nerves with that shit. Okay, I got one more here. One more. Okay. Okay, Sandy, we got the middle box over. I got the middle box over, so we're good. Thanks, Don One. Appreciate it. Appreciate. Yes, baby. What do you need? Oh, you need that? You can have it for now. I'm okay. Appreciate you guys. What? You can take it. You can take it all with you, baby. And I'll tell you when I need it again. So, hi, Mohammed. So just so everybody knows, this is something that we. Alaikum salam. Yeah, Wadmi was trying to teach me how to say that one, and I can't. I get Ayed Mubarak. That one I know. The other one I don't know. I try. Shway Arabic. Shway Arabic. Yeah, shway Arabic. So for those of you guys who don't know, shway means little, very little bit Arabic. So, salam Sammy. Okay. We need. I am almost out. Guys, just so you know, I am about out. So I don't know how everybody else is doing. Deb, you're out. Which you're out. Okay. It's all good. And listen, and if we need to go to 2K, we can do that. I just know it's a holiday, and so I was trying to get it to 3K for everybody. So appreciate you, Jen. Appreciate you, Lisa. How do you send your coins? So Deb, you tap the square that you want to send it to, and this little box will come up, and then you just select gift and then pick the gift that you want to send and then hit send. That's how you do it. Ayed Mubarak. Yes. So appreciate you, Aline, Jaybird, Blue Honey Pot. Appreciate you guys. Let me see what all we've got going. Okay, so hi, Mohammed. So you guys, the box that has his camera on, he is what they call a civil defense worker. Okay, Jen, I saw you. He's a civil defense worker, which is like for us, like a first responder, right? And his son actually was martyred in the G side as well. So that's who that is. So when you see his profile picture, that profile picture is actually of his son. And that's why the face looks different. And that is the case for a lot of our friends. They have lost loved ones, and throughout this journey, I know Abu Siraj has lost 23 people just in this last G side, but he lost more than that prior with all of the things that Israel does and the other attacks that have happened. So, and by the way, he's only 30 years old. So imagine being 30 years old and in the space of 2 years losing 23 members of your family. That's what he's experienced, which is definitely difficult, right? So I am we haven't seen baby Mo in a long shoot. The damn thing switched on me. I don't know who I just brought up, y'all. I don't know who the Alaikum salam, baby Mo.
How are you, baby Dani?
I am good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. If you're fine, I am fine. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, I am good. I am good. I'm glad that you're doing well. Are you going to get to see any family today?
Alhamdulillah.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. Okay. So I am officially about to be out, people. That's me. Okay. So folks, here's what the other thing that I want to tell you all is that please do not feel pressure. Please do not feel pressure if you don't have the ability to contribute with coins, or you don't have the ability to use the links. I want you to understand something, that what we believe in this space is that if you desire to give with your heart, then we believe that that need is met. And that even if you can't give monetarily, when you send that energy out, then somebody else that has the financial ability will be able to do what you're not able to do. Alaikum salam.
Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. Yeah.
Happy Eid, inshallah.
Yeah. Same to you. Same to you.
Barakallah fiki.
Yeah. So this is just the way that we run this space and try to take care of people, including us. So one of the things that I know for sure, folks. Hey, how are you, friend?
Alhamdulillah, barakallah fiki. Allah protect you, Dani. Allah bless you, inshallah.
Yeah, we appreciate you all too. There's baby Mo. There's Dimples.
Don't say baby Mo. Okay?
There's baby Mo.
Don't say baby Mo.
So listen, wait, the first time.
Baby Dani. You baby Dani.
No.
I am big Mo. Okay?
No, I'm old enough to be your mother. So here's what's so funny is the first time he came on, you guys, we have a Muhammad OS, right? And so he was the first Mohammed that I met from Palestine. So when this Mohammed came on, I had to distinguish. So he was baby Mo because he's like 25, 26 years old, which to me is a baby. He's younger than my kids. And so he's always like, don't call me baby Mo. Don't call me baby Mo. But yeah, so it's either baby Mo or we call him Dimples. One of the two. So right now, guys, I have 2 boxes up that are in Palestine. 3 now. Yes, baby.
Salam Dani.
Salam. What, baby? Hold on. What do you need, baby? Sorry.
Salam everyone. Eid Mubarak for all of you.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
What thing, baby? Tell me.
Like the time that I was like the hand.
Oh, with the crackers or with bread?
What?
You talking about? Are you talking about? Are you talking about the ham and cheese sandwich, baby? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like before, like the I don't know.
What did it look like?
But I don't know.
You don't remember? Can you try telling Dominic and see if he can tell me what it is? She's trying to tell me about something that we had, and I'm like, I don't know what I had. So the grandbabies are here. Yeah, she is so cute. Yeah, love them for sure. Okay, so I am trying to take a peek. So here's what I think we'll do is finish up the boxes that we currently have, right? And then maybe I can build the numbers back up in the room, talking about our regular stuff, and then we can open up the panel again in a little bit. What do you think? Danikins, what do you think? Because I'm thinking that might be the best thing in order to be able to get the numbers and stuff built back up. Okay. Yeah. Everybody's good with that? Okay. So let's, if we can, yeah, I know. If we can finish the boxes off with 2 or 3K, that would be amazing. Hopefully 3. But if not, 2 is good. And then we'll go from there. What do we do? Hold on. What do you all do?
I like the ones have donuts and like cream inside.
Oh, you like the ones with the cream inside?
Yeah.
I got it. I can tell because you have cream on your cheeks. Appreciate you, Dax and BBA, because I am out of coins. Yeah. So today was one of those mornings where I did not have time to cook anything, and it felt like an early weekend start. So we did donuts today, right? We did sweets. And so, you know how they have the March Madness is going on. You know what I'm talking about, y'all? Basketball. So Krispy Kreme has like basketball donuts. And so there's like 4 originals. And then there's like, I don't know, a couple that have, they're made like a net with like chocolate icing and then vanilla, like to make them net pattern. And then there's 6 in the middle that are like basketballs. And those 6 in the middle look like basketballs, but they are cream filled. And so the kids have dominated those. Amal, I was looking for you when I first opened this damn panel up and you were gone.
Salam Dani, how are you, Habibti?
I am good. Alhamdulillah, habibti. So guys, those are Amal's baby girls. Yeah, missed you, Walla. Missed you. What, baby? Okay. You doing your schoolwork?
Yeah, I pretty much just finished.
You finished?
Yeah, I just need some help with math.
Okay,
Probably
I got
figure it
you.
out.
I'll help with math in just a little bit. Salam Habibtis. Mwah. I hope they are having a good yeah, I know, Nini. I know. Alhamdulillah. Good. I love that. Thank you for that.
How are you doing?
I am good. Alhamdulillah. For real. I was like, where did you were the first box that I was looking for? And I was like, Amal was just in here. Where is she? And now you're like the last box. So
It's okay. It's fine, Habibti. Look, the girls went naughty, so I had to organize the situation and just put them to their iPad and just unpack. So I'm glad I was able to catch a box and say hi to you. Wallah, a long time no see.
Yeah.
How is your grandchildren?
They are good. They're actually out of school today. So they have like a teacher work day. So they're all home, and Dominic just finished his work. Bella will probably do hers Sunday. So there's the difference in the children. What a cute picture, Amal. So
Thank you,
cute.
Habibti. Thank you very much. Yeah, they both were looking good today. Alhamdulillah, the weather was good today, and we didn't expect to have anyone visiting because everyone is in a total different area from the strip. But Alhamdulillah, my uncles were trying to be positive and bring us joy, and Alhamdulillah, they visited us.
I love that.
So we have, yes, Alhamdulillah. Tomorrow we're going to be visiting the rest of the family, so we're heading north. And Alhamdulillah, it's not like our regular days when we had everyone around and you could feel the joy.
Yeah.
Like we had the whole week or 10 days before the Eid of full of preparations and dancing and chilling and buying a new furniture, new clothes, and new pots and new stuff.
Yeah.
Now, like we did bought some clothes, we bought some Eid cookies, some of them baked some Eid cookies, but it's not like diets we used to have. We miss our family members. This is our first Eid for my cousin, for my uncle, may Allah rest their souls in peace, and for so many people. But life is continuing, and we have to continue for the ones we care about to bring them joy. And Alhamdulillah for everything, wallah.
So they are asking, are there special songs that you guys sing?
No, so it's not about special songs. We say like in the last days in Ramadan, there is Takbirat al-Eid. If you want to listen them, I can play them to you guys now. والله افتح لي التكبيرات. So we say Allahu Akbar. Allah Akbar walillah alhamd. So this is a kind of being thankful and grateful to Allah. So we keep saying them. And in the night that, because they have to check the moon.
Yeah.
And they know it's Eid like from the moon's situation. And so when it's Eid, all of our mosques starts like podcasting this takbirat, Allahu Akbar, and then there are children who goes to the mic and say Allahu Akbar, so you could hear in the whole area children saying Allahu Akbar. Exactly, this is so much joyful, alhamdulillah. And then in Eid days, some people they just play anything. So this is takbirat al-Eid we usually hear.
Yeah. Amal, can you do me a favor? Can you let them know that we're going to close the panel so that I can build the numbers back up in the room, right? Because you know TikTok drops the numbers when I do this, and we're going to build the numbers back up. But then I'll open the panel back up probably in about an hour or so.
I got you حبيبتي. جماعة الغزة هي اللايف عندها عمال الأرقام بتروح منه، فهي راح تسكر البنر وكمان ساعة راح ترجع تاخدكم. تمام، فهي محتاجة إنه ترجع تبني اللايف وتظبطه تاني عشان يجيكم داعم. فيعني هلا هي مش هتاخد كمان حد، بس كمان ساعة ترجع تاخدكم إن شاء الله. I got you, sis.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So this is this is Takbirat al-Eid. Like, I'm gonna play it for you a little
Okay.
bit.
Thanks, Chris. I love learning their culture and how they celebrate. I think one of the things that impresses me so much about them is their ability to, I was telling the other folks, everybody's saying how beautiful that is. And what I was saying, one of the things that I find so inspiring and admirable about Palestinian people and the people of Gaza is, in spite of everything that has occurred, in spite of literally everything being rubble around you and being intense and all of that, you all still find joy. You still find ways to celebrate. You still smile. And I think it's just something that is, it really is to be admired, because it is absolutely inspiring and incredible. So yeah, 100%.
Alhamdulillah, we have to do this. Like, last few Eids, we were under bombs. And it was so hard to move. The last Eid, like Sophia was memorizing the last Eid this morning. She said the last Eid, the last year, it was Eid al-Adha, not Eid al-Fitr. But she said we were starving and we ate lentils. And that Eid came fast, and it was like the longest Eid ever because we were not able to have food.
Right.
And she said, I'm happy that now we have cookies and some chocolate in this Eid.
Yes.
So you see, like, she's only 5 and she remembered this and she mentioned this today's morning. So Alhamdulillah, everyone, despite the hard situation, despite the hard situation for the people, whether especially the financial situation, everyone tried their best.
Right.
To buy their kids and celebrate it, because the end of the day, it's like one of our most beautiful rituals as Muslims, to do what's been asked for Eid, like to dress well, to ask for our family members, like our men have to visit all the women in the family and like sort of solidarity with them and showing them love and support. And this is actually so precious, like especially when women, like you get your uncles from your mom's side, from your dad's side, and in front of your husband, like this is a big deal in here.
Yeah.
You know, like you're gonna be proud. Yeah, exactly. So Alhamdulillah for those days. In fact, let me show you our Eid cookies and stuff. You're
Okay.
gonna laugh for this one.
Let me see. Yeah. So, you know, it's wild. Can you imagine your 5-year-old saying to you that the last time we had this holiday, we were starving, you know, and all we had was lentils. You know, oh, I love that. Let me see if I can give you the big box. Will it let me? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So those are some treats, some chocolate, which we see here for the first time in months, believe me.
Yeah.
And we had some nuts.
Yeah, very pretty. And I mean, yummy. Love that. Love that, love that.
We had some nuts.
Yay.
And this is 8 cookies. But the funny thing about this is all the plates you see are $1 plate.
Okay.
They're plastic because, like, yeah, you can't buy expensive things. You can't, like, it's for Eid only. So it's just something that you're gonna use and then it's done. It's over.
Right.
You need to buy expensive things.
Yes.
So Alhamdulillah, we were able to get those things. And knowing that yesterday I was putting them, like I bought those stuff and then my husband tells me it is hard, like people will have to pay for vehicles to reach everyone and it must be hard to afford all of this because we're a big family. And then I told him, okay, well, I'm doing my best. I got those. And if someone visits, then they are very welcomed. I'm going to be happy. If no one visits, then we're going to eat them. And then, alhamdulillah.
Right.
I had money visiting today. So alhamdulillah for those blessed days. And may Allah bless you guys, bless everyone for being by our side and being like hearing from us about our days and our Eids, and the curiosity to know about our rituals and what we do. So
Yeah.
big W, everyone.
We love it. We talk about it quite a bit. Literally, the maintenance man came to fix my dishwasher the other day, and I was just finishing up running a Pally panel, right? So people were getting gifted and all of that. So when I got done, he said, I don't mean to eavesdrop, but that's a really good thing you're doing. And I said, oh, well, and so then I start talking about everybody. Then I actually start pulling up and showing him pictures of everybody and their kids. And then we literally go through so now he knows about the Balfour Declaration. He knows the whole history now. So he's equipped, but that's what it's about, is about making sure that people understand. Yeah.
Big W for your community and everything doing. This is the most special part about this Eid. This is Celine's makeup. And we can't do it without Celine's makeup.
I love that. So cute. Yeah. Literally, y'all, I sat down at the computer and pulled up all of the documents. And so I'm explaining to him about 1917, then 1922, and then 1948, and the Nakba, and the this and the that, and all the things. And so when he left full of knowledge. So we love that, right? But yeah, they said, consider yourselves hugged. Yeah.
Mashallah, mashallah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys. Thank you everyone. And inshallah, you get to visit here, and
Inshallah.
I'm gonna make you Eid. Even if it's not Eid, I'm gonna do everything that's for Eid for you guys.
Yeah, inshallah, that day will happen. Yes.
Inshallah. And by the way, since it's Eid and we're passing chocolate to our friends, maybe you guys would love to pass chocolate for your friends as well. So in my bio, there is Sophia chocolate bars. And
Yes.
you're gonna get exclusive gifts. Let me grab you this picture so you can understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so Sylvia has chocolate bars that she makes, and so Amal actually will send them to people. Yep, and you can contribute. Her link is also in my link tree, folks. If you do not know, her link is in my link tree. Hey, Dilgrave. I appreciate you guys for hanging in. Those of you that are still here, I know that that this is different. We lost her, might be because of the internet. So let me tell you what I think. Don Juan, it ended very well. You guys, Don Juan said he missed the end of me and Unk's conversation. Y'all want to tell him in the chat how it ended? Y'all want to tell him how it ended? Yeah. It ended really, really well. He was listening. He was asking questions. Yeah, Rebel said she turned him. Yeah, he's supposed to come back. So hopefully he will. Yes, baby. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. He did start to listen, and he was asking great questions. Yeah. I love that. That's the part that I love the most about this work. Because I love you all day, every day, right? The work is really amazing when you think about how the beginning of that conversation started. And then you see where it ended. It's amazing. So this is her backup. She wants to show you the chocolates, you guys, real quick. Yep, his tone lowered. He was asking questions, all the things. Oh, I love those. Sophia's little chocolate bars. They have her face on them, y'all. Let me give her the big box real quick. Yeah, and you're right. Which said she thinks he was very afraid. Very beautiful. Oh, I love them. So now that I am done doing, go ahead, Amal.
Oh, sorry, I have a delay, but this is Sophia chocolate bar. and it's a big size bar, and everyone says it's like excellent quality. So you get to pick from 5 different flavors. You're gonna see all the flavors in the side, and then you're gonna get the Palestinian keychains and those stickers and this pen. So you can write a note. We have this black one which comes with the Palestinian flag colors, and there is the white one. So I don't know, but probably you can add a note if you prefer the white or the black one.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this car middle, but this is like you have to ask me for it because another friend is doing this one, and like you can write your name underneath it.
Yeah.
But like yeah, and Dani, send me your address because I want to send you one like this.
Okay. I love that. It's very pretty. I like the black pen, by the way. I love that.
Thank you. So you guys, you can get the bar, and you're gonna get all the things with the bar.
I love that. Very, very beautiful. You guys, I will cut this part and I'll put it on my other socials so that you can actually see what she's showing you. And I'll include her link so that you can see it because that's how you're able to help her. So like not everybody has the ability to try to. So, and can I just tell y'all something? So first of all, Amal is an engineer, like an architect. And before the G side of the last 2 years, she had her own business. Like, it's beautiful. I've seen her Facebook and the pictures of her work. So I just need for everybody to understand that this idea that somehow women are not treated well or whatever, they are extremely intelligent, they are respected, they are honored, and so I just need for people to know that. So like I said, she was an architect before the G side, and so now one of the ways that she helps take care of her family is by sending out the chocolate bars and Palestinian keychains and a pen and things like that. So I will, Amal, if you want to send me this picture, I have dedicated this weekend to catching up on my WhatsApp. And so send me a picture, this picture, and then I can post it along with the video and then the link to your link. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
So to WhatsApp, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna text you. And I'm gonna also text about something else, but like let it for WhatsApp.
Okay. Sounds good. Later for WhatsApp.
Okay.
Love that. Appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you.
So let me just say this. So what I've decided to do, you guys, is so that we can play with the algorithm on TikTok a little bit, and I can do my tutu duties. That's my grandmother name, if y'all don't know, tutu duties. So here's what I want to do is, instead of like just trying to rebuild this room with the algorithm, here's what I would like to do. I would like to end this live. Let me do lunch and stuff for the kiddos, make sure that they're all fed. And then I can come back live again and we can go live again because I'm done with the vast majority of what I need to do. Let me also say this, folks, if you have not registered and put your information in to participate in Project for the People, you need to do that. You need to go to my link tree. You need to use the very first link that's on there, and you need to sign up. If you don't know what Project for the People is, you need to head on over to my YouTube, where I am at the Dani Cook, and you need to watch the video that tells you what for the Project for the People is. And even if you go back and you watch like yesterday's live or whatever, I talk about it in almost every live. But if you really want to see like what it's all about, watch the video from the webinar. And you'll get an idea of exactly what this is. And for me, just to sum it up, is I got tired of people saying, what can we do about the state of this country? How do we actually make an impact? And so this is my take on how we do that. Okay. And so it's like not bullshit. It's not running. See you later, Don Juan. It is, yeah. So wow. The reason why I want everyone to put their information in this, you're not registering for Thursday's meeting. What this is I'm getting all of your contact information so that I can see, like, if I have multiple people in the same state or multiple counties or in the same region, then I can message you all and say, hey, there are X number of people in your surrounding area. Would you like to be introduced to each other so you can collaborate together? And so maybe you all, team up and you do this county this day and you do this county that day. And so that you can build connection, community, and also, collaborate and put your resources together. Okay. So that's why I would love for everyone to fill out the very first link that is in my link tree. If you are here in the US and you would like to do something productive, meaningful, yes, Sandy, go check on your dad. Appreciate you, sis. Sending him lots of love and healing energy. Okay. All right. So that's what it's for. I love you guys. Mean it. I will see you in just a little bit. I know you're going to ask me what time. And how about I say, because I'm thinking about feeding the kids. I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4. I'll post it in the Discord. Right, to be determined, Cam, but I'll post it in the Discord. But it is Friday night. The kids don't have school tomorrow. I still have massive things to do before Thursday's meeting, but I won't have a hard deadline. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get together. Let's have a Friday night session together. We got a lot to talk about and a lot to do. And remember that you can give direct support to our friends between the river and the sea using my link tree. There's a whole section. Okay. All right.